going on, everybody? Anthony here, Bangin Beers podcast. We are at episode number 70.
70.
Yeah, so before we get started, thank you guys for the support. We are selling t-shirts and merchandise. You can check that out over at the merch page. The links are below. We are going to update the merch page this weekend. You're seeing this on Sunday. Hopefully it'll be done by then. If not, it will be done. So I ordered my first premium shirt, and it is a huge difference between the classic shirts. It's going to be a little bit more money, but I feel that the image looks better on the shirt. I think the classic shirts, they kind of look fuzzy. They have like a retro look to them.
Yeah.
Where the premium, the image really comes out nicer. And even Spive got a premium hoodie, and he said it's a difference.
It's money well spent, pretty much.
And I think it's like a $5 difference. I think just for the quality alone, I think it's just better to go that route. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move everything to the premium stuff. It's gonna be a little bit more money, but I feel you're getting better quality. All of our merch for the next 2 weeks is all gonna go to the GoFundMe for Max Bolton. Really cool guy, really cool musician. All his stuff got stolen, and he's struggling right now. Actually, Andy is not with us tonight because he's letting Max borrow his stuff, and he's putting on a show somewhere.
Oh, wow.
And he was already booked to do a show, but he instead of canceling it, Andrew said, I'll let you use my PA and all that stuff just so you can continue to do your show.
Good guy, Andy.
Yeah, so huge thanks to Andy. The link for the GoFundMe will be in the links below as well. If you can do anything, help him out. I know Breweries of Pennsylvania just had on their community Facebook page, someone made a request of what is your favorite beer podcast, and we were tagged like 8 times.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so really made me happy. It was really nice that we're getting...
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of really cool podcasts that were tagged that I definitely put on my radar. I'm going to start listening to them.
Yeah.
If anyone ever wants to do a collaboration, we're always down. But if you are brand new to this because you've seen that post, welcome to Bangin Beers.
Hello.
Just to kind of give a refresher, we are just like a live beer club podcast. We're just everyday dudes who are going to review beers.
And we tell you good stuff about it, stuff that we don't care about, and at the same time... Yeah.
And we try to be funny, and we try to be entertaining, and we might throw some weird stories or stuff related to that as well. We do focus on Pennsylvania beers, but we do also try to branch out a little bit.
Yes.
This episode is going to be all beers from Jason's vacation. He's back. He was not here last week, but he is back. He brought some beers from North Carolina. He brought some beers from Virginia. So we're going to try these beers out and let you know what we think of them. So this one here, the only way you're going to really experience these beers if you're on vacation down in North Carolina or Virginia area. So these are going to, I guess we'll get more into them, how you found them.
Sure.
You probably use Untapped, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So if you guys want to follow us on Untapped, you could check out Bangin Beers Podcast, Anthony, and I usually always tag who's ever on the show there, and you can follow him that way too. We're not going to go through all that stuff again. But that's it. So let's get the first beer.
Surfing Buddha, which I have up.
All right, awesome. Jason, you want to crack it? Go ahead, you crack the first beer.
You got him, so why not?
And you can, as you're cracking it, tell us how you came across this beer, and we can talk about a little bit your Beer-Cation.
Beer-Cation.
Yeah, all right. So
real quick, spoiler alert: all these beers are going to be IPAs. That's Jason's jam. So no
big surprise there. Huh?
No
frick yeah.
I think I was going to bring you back fucking lagers. Come on, man.
I love lagers. That's becoming a big thing now.
I think they made a lager actually.
Did they? Yeah, lagers are getting made by everybody now. Tired Hands lager was fantastic.
You like to hell us other people.
What do I owe you for that, by the way?
Don't worry about it. You're good.
Delicious lager. I was really proud of it. I'm happy that lagers are becoming popular in the craft beer scene.
All right. Still have a little bit in the can.
Yeah, everyone can go like
smells great.
It
smells like grapefruit.
There we go. That is a smell of a West Coast IPA. Okay. So this is an American West Coast India Pale Ale, clocking in at 6.5% alcohol by volume by Starpoint Brewing in Durham, North Carolina. Balanced and smooth, Surfin' Buddha is not your typical IPA. Built on 5 malts and 4 hop varieties and brewed to maintain balance between the ingredients, this is an India Pale Ale for all beer lovers. Brewed in Carborough, North Carolina, a couple of miles north of Chatham County. Local handcrafted beer, and the notes are hoppy, citrusy, smooth, light, and dry. Total 3,194 people with a monthly of 25, and with me having a goose egg.
Average check-in for this is a 369. So it's there about a 3.7, almost a 3.7.
Okay.
Close to a 4. We'll see how this goes here. So, did you go to this brewery, or how did you acquire this?
No. There's two places. When I go to the Outer Banks, and then down in Kitty Hawk, there's two places I always go. One's called Trios, and the other one's called Chips. And they both have tons of craft beer. Chips especially, like you can buy singles there. Trios, you can do that too. So it's like mix of 6 in both of them. But I just went, man, and I bought like basically everything that I could get that wasn't available in Pennsylvania. I tried to just scoop up all the IPAs, obviously, because I like IPAs. So yeah, I mean, like I kind of brought back what I felt was good or the best of what I drank, although some of these I haven't had. I've had some of them from the particular company or the particular brewery, but maybe not that actual beer from the brewery.
So one of the things I recently did when I went to Indiana for the Notre Dame game, when I was in Indiana, the cool thing about Untappd is you can go like, what is the top rated beer that's near me right this second?
Cool.
Did you do that when you were there?
No.
Yeah, I tried that. That was fun.
Oh, cool.
When you're on vacation somewhere, and you can just kind of type that in and be like, what's the top ranked beer within 50 miles of me?
Yeah.
And it says this beer, it's this brewery, or it's served here. It's
Right.
like, I'm going to go there and try it. And so that's why we brought back Fathead and 3 Floyd Lloyd, because they were the top 2 breweries in the area.
Right, yeah. No, I mean...
3 Floyd Lloyd?
3 Floyd, what'd I say?
3 Floyd Lloyd.
That's close
3
enough.
Floyds.
Close enough. I like Lloyd's.
I caught that one, man.
This is a... it's got a great initial citrusy taste, and then it finishes really nice. It's a crushable all day sit in the yard style beer for me. I really enjoy this.
This is very good for a West Coast. This would definitely be more of like an introductory, and especially if you like something like this. I mean, wow. I do like it. It's a little bit different. Change of pace from the New Englands or regular India Pale Ales. That's delicious.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, being down there and drinking the beer, I probably should say this at the end of the episode, but people who live in PA do not know how lucky they have it. I mean, the beer that is available to you in Pennsylvania is... maybe it's the water, maybe... I don't know what but for me,
There's a difference.
The stuff in Pennsylvania is slamming compared to like the stuff I had down there.
So we're pretty much spoiled.
We are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. And this is not a knock against beers, but when I was in Vegas, you can tell there was something different or off with their beer. It's I don't know if it's because we're in Northeast Pennsylvania and we're on the mountains and the underground water system and just the water source. I mean, every brewery you talk to, they say Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan did like that. Like the mountains areas just make really good beers, and the further you get down south, you lose a little bit of that.
I'm pretty sure there was Yingling down there. But, like, when I see Yingling, my eyes just kind of roll right past it, just because I see it so much up here,
it's
on billboards and signs and everything, I'm trying to think of what else I saw there. Like, no Trogs.
No.
I don't think I seen any Trogs. The Clown Shoes was down there. There's a lot of Clown Shoes at Chips. They brought that in. But, yeah, didn't really see a lot of, like, craft beer from PA. Definitely no New Trail or anything like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. I'll go first here. I'm right about where everybody else is sitting on this. It's 3.75 for me.
I'm not gonna blow it, but I'll give 3.5. 3.5. That's a solid 3.5 though. That's a stable 3.5. Not my style, but I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, this would be something if I was in North Carolina area again, I would seek this out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add on this one. I do totally agree. In the very beginning, we have a nice citrus taste. For me, I don't like the finish because if it starts off really light, and if I'm gonna drink a light IPA, I want it to stay a light IPA. But then the hops come on really strong for me on this one at the end. But yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean, it is definitely, you use the word introductory beer. It is if you want to give somebody a tame IPA, this is exactly what you give them, is something like this. So I thought it was like a 3.25. I thought I like the citrus in it, but
Yeah, I think it does finish a little bit with that pininess too.
Yeah, and that's what a signature, that's why I say that it is an introductory, because you want to hit general notes into that beer itself.
Bottom of the can's very boozy.
Oh.
And see, like,
Damn,
yeah.
I wish I would have had that.
Yeah, see,
Damn it.
See, you guys enjoy how it finishes. I personally don't enjoy how it finishes.
I mean, I had it when I was down there. It was a 3.75 for me too. I mean,
And that's fair too. I was teetering between the 3.5,
Yeah,
3.75,
you know,
but the 3.5.
I
right
agree
there.
with you. Yeah, it's like a 3.5, 3.75. You know,
Definitely.
All right, I'm excited for this one.
I actually have this pulled up then too. I'm on my game today.
Nice. So this one's called Tilt. This is a New England Indian Pale Ale.
Oh yeah.
There's some heavy hitter hops in this beer.
Oh baby.
Have you had this one?
I don't remember if I had that one or not. Did I check this one in? I know there was one or two of these that I didn't have.
I can't get it. Someone
Here,
help me
hang
out.
on. Oh, Matt will get it.
I don't have fingernails.
Oh, whoa, watch.
I personally am excited for other flavors of this because that last one started off so good that.
Well,
I
talk
thought it was
about
going
fill
to
the
be-
fucking can up. Sorry about that, man.
Good
No,
for,
it's all
good
good,
for
buddy.
you guys, man.
Holy
That's
shit.
a full boy right there.
Wow.
Yeah, that was an interesting open too.
I took a lot of head on that one.
No,
so
this
might have
one
to
I
come back
didn't
in.
have. Yeah.
Damn.
What do we got going on here, Ben? Read some of
So, Till is a New England style IPA, clocking at 7.9% alcohol by volume, still by the same brewery. Till is a big, tasty New England IPA full of flaked wheat and oats. It's finished with Galaxy hops and heavily hopped with Mosaic, Amarillo, and Citra at the end of the boil, giving us a dang full flavored beer with a creamy mouthfeel. This beer pairs well with sports, especially if your sport is pinball.
Oh, really?
Oh, baby.
I like that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you're a pinball guy.
Hey,
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, this
Put a-
pairs well with sports unless you're playing a real sport.
That's basically what it says.
I kind of like this. I like the swerve. The
It's-
swerve is decent.
It's cool when you go down to North Carolina. There's this place called Flippers, and it's this really big like arcade, and it's in a laundromat, and they have like tons and tons of pinball machines there. It's neat. Like I wonder if they have Tilt there.
What are you staring at? You're freaking me out.
No, I don't know why
thought
I was
you-
even. I like look around.
Oh,
I look around.
You're like
man.
a fuck. You ever see like a dog just stares at the wall? You're like,
Yeah.
the fuck you staring at, man?
It's like a kid that's like watching the ghost stab you in the back.
Yeah. Like Ben looked over and had like a look. I was like, is something over there? Did I fucking forget to put a
my
body
eyes,
away?
my eyes in my head don't
What?
yeah.
Hey, you're
If
They
Ben
freaking
don't,
start-
they don't function very well.
If Ben starts muttering red rum, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here too. I'm not even telling Heidi.
Definitely get like a big kind of like grapefruit taste or
this
something.
this one is what I wanted the other one to be because this one starts off smooth. This is good.
Again, style is New England.
It's a New England style with Galaxy. I'm into this.
Yeah,
It
I like
doesn't.
this one a
It
lot.
doesn't taste like or doesn't drink like a 7.9, does
No.
it?
No, not at
Wow.
all. That's why I really like this one.
Wow.
Wow, that's
No pun
fantastic.
intended, but this is stellar.
Yeah, this one was significantly better than the last.
Oh damn. Shit. I mean. Yeah.
Hazy, juicy, citrusy, hoppy oatmeal.
Yeah, and when I bought these beers, I specifically looked that anyone who would be here hasn't had them, except for me, of course. You know,
Yeah.
I had
No,
to-
that's-
I had to taste the water a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
figure out what to
Dude, do
bring,
your
but, you know.
research. Hey, it's nice to take a little weight off the shoulders. Bringing the beer.
Well,
every
yeah,
week.
no, I mean,
It's nice,
I
so-
don't get to venture out as
No,
much
it's
as you
good.
do,
No,
you
it's
know?
good. Good. No,
It was
no.
cool. It was neat too because like two of my podcast buddies were on vacation together too.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
me and Anthony.
Yeah. Anthony from
Anthony.
from Bros on the Warpath.
Oh man,
I hope he doesn't think the show's over. It's really hard to talk football
It's
when there's
slow.
really no,
No, he
football to talk
drastically-
about.
He had mentioned that. Yeah, no,
it's slow.
he, he understands.
Yeah, so I messaged him the other day. I was like, "You want to record tonight?" And he's like, "Sure." And then I was just like, "I'll just see if he messages me if he's like, because
Right.
he came back from vacation and stuff." So, but Bros in the Warpath is definitely not dead. It's just it's
It's in hibernation or in hiatus.
Yeah, we're waiting for football season to get a little closer, and we could talk about actually like the only thing we could report on, like, and most football podcasts are doing, like especially Redskins ones, are just talking about. Did you see what he said on Twitter?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And then you're just commenting on what's going on in the world, and you're not really talking about the sport anyway. And I feel there's already enough of that going on, and it sneaks into our podcast too. Where we talk about what's going on in current events, but it just. I don't know. I just it
No, it
I'm just
makes
waiting.
a whole lot
We're
of
waiting.
sense.
It's so hard to get.
You need material to talk about.
Yeah,
realistically.
it would be so hard to get something like that off the ground too, because Pat McAfee's crushing it in that arena right now. It's what can you cover that he's really not.
I'll tell you
right
what
now.
though, where I would disagree with that is, if you covering one team is very niche. And
I'm not talking about. So yeah, to clarify what I was saying.
Yeah.
When you're covering one team, you have to cover that team. I'm talking about in a broad spectrum of sports right now.
Yeah.
He's crushing the broad spectrum of sports where you're one team. It's like, what are you going to cover when he has all of sports?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough act to follow.
Right.
Realistically, I always see like blips of Pat McAfee. I heard of his work,
He's fantastic.
He's,
Wow,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
He's killing it.
so I could definitely pick up on that.
He
from
was
him.
he was talking about coming out of retirement to join the the Buccaneers.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was like
He
when
always
when
said
saw-
he would need a couple weeks to pass a drug test though.
Yeah,
He smokes a lot of pot.
well, he calls them vitamins on his podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Jeez.
he was saying that
Hulk
when
Hogan over there.
when they signed Gronkowski, he said he went out into his backyard for like 2 hours and was kicking footballs.
He's a good kicker and a punter. He could do both.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I kind of knew that he was, but I wanted to confirm that he was a football player.
He got drunk and got caught under a bridge one time.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
he's a
Sorry.
fucking legend. The guy's
I know.
awesome.
I know that nose flutter. I'm
Yeah.
trying to really cut down on, but that was worth it.
The best story he ever told. You got to watch his podcast. You got to YouTube this when you get home. It's Pat McAfee, Troy Polamalu.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
God.
talks about a fake field goal they were going to run, and it's the story is absolutely.
He has a lot of
hilarious.
good ones. He has one where him and Peyton Manning went into a casino, and he said that the limo pulled up, and he walked out first, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And he just like walked right by everybody, went to the craps table, and I guess all the people around the craps table, and they all had their money down, and Peyton Manning walks up to the craps table and smacks him on the butt and says, "You should go red 18," because it's number 18, and literally he literally walked up, said red 18, did a finger gun, and walked away. And the entire craps table all put their money on red. He goes, there was a mountain of chips to the ceiling. Everybody
my
moved to red
God.
18. They spun it. It landed on red 18.
Oh my God.
Everyone lost their shit. He took his money. He went up to fucking Peyton Manning and goes, "Bro, it landed on red 18." And all Peyton Manning said to him was, "I know," and walked away.
He tells a Peyton Manning
great.
story too that's so great about Austin Collie in his rookie year trying to catch a ball with one hand, and Peyton kicked him off the field. And the coach is like, "What are you doing? You're in." And Peyton just pointed. He's like, "He's not in right now."
He's a goddamn. He was a god at the time.
Man, that's great.
But let's get into tilt here, Jason.
Okay.
What do you think of this one? We'll start with you.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I'm curious.
Here, he's gonna volley it over to me because I know what I'm going to say about it.
I'm curious what Ben's gonna
All
say.
right. I'll tell you what. Had a lot of New England styles. I hit this at a 3.75. This is another drinkable one. Not really blowing my socks with like. It's still a good tasting New England style, but at the same time though, it doesn't have like that oomph like the other New England styles that we've had in the past.
That's fair.
I mean, again, 2 for 2 for introductory styles. I'm not gonna lie about that. I mean, very good overall. So you're doing all right, Jason. It's there's no fours yet, but at the same time though, like
in all honesty, that's what it was for me too. Like a 3.75.
Yeah.
I mean, like at the first sip, I was like, "This is pretty good," And then I just drank it. I was like, it's really good, but it doesn't like blow me away, But I would drink this stuff. There's no problem with that.
Does this give you how you'd like to describe an oily texture to your?
I don't have any left, so I can't really. I didn't have that overpowering oily taste to it. But
See, I get this.
Have to,
I get this
drink some more.
heavily with this.
Yeah.
And I haven't really gotten until I sat here and drank it more. I took the first half of the taster down and I scored it, and then I took the second half of the taster down. And I don't think my score changes, but I was teetering between 3.75 and 4. That Galaxy definitely shines through, and I'm a New England style, so I did hit this with a 4.
Yeah, it's I'm
Okay.
kind of like
All
the
right.
same way. Like if I should probably be like a premium member on Untappd because like it's the same for me. It's kind of like between a 3.75 and a 4. It's not quite a 4, but
it's like a 3.85. I would say.
it's kind of like little better than a 3.75, but it's not quite a 4.
Just because I gave it a little of a, that higher rating doesn't necessarily mean I cut down on it too. I'm being a little critical about myself too. So
yeah,
I'm learning from everybody
I
here.
actually thought you were gonna go with 4. I gave it a 4 because I thought it was really solid. It does again, yeah, it is 2 beginner IPAs, but I am not the most
Untapped premium is $4.99 a month. Just putting it out there, or $50 for the year.
Probably do the $50
I wish
for the
you
year,
could
be
just do
done
it a
and over with.
lifetime, man.
So if you really think about it, $5 for 12, you're saving $10 overall. So
Yeah,
that's how you're looking at it.
I just like to do one and done, man. I don't want to have to pay every year.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened with Sirius Satellite Radio. They gave everyone those lifetimes, and then they're like, "Fuck, our monthly subscriptions are down because we gave everyone free shit for the year."
Yeah, now they
Yeah.
only have like several million subscribers.
Yeah.
But yeah, to finish on that, I like that one. I thought it had an orange taste to it. I don't really love overpowering IPAs for no reason. Being that was a 7.9, it could be an all-day one for me, and I could get fucked up on that one.
I do think the Tilt is slightly better than the Surfing Buddha.
For me, it was significantly
Where the
better.
Surfing Buddha kind of
Yeah.
is between a 3.5 and a 3.75 for me. The Tilt is kind of between a 3.75 and a 4.
That's
for
fair.
me.
Yeah, for me, I really like the Tilt a lot better.
I'm gonna be honest though. If I wanted a beer to hang out and drink all day, and I'm outside, like going to like
you would go with a Tilt.
I would go with Surf and Buddha.
Well, Surf and Buddha. Okay.
Yeah, I think if I'm outside in the sun all day and we're hanging out, we're having a good time, I would go Surf and Buddha for like an all day beer.
That would be good if you went out to the cabin and you were chopping firewood. That would be where the Surf and Buddha.
See,
And you're out on the lake.
Tilt for me is exactly what they talk about where you're playing pinball and you're playing video games all day.
Yeah.
Where you're in the house, you're in the comfort of your own home, you're by yourself.
See, I would drink that with actually like playing baseball, though. I would drink it with sports.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is going to be a unique one.
Because it doesn't have where I think because I'm not the biggest IPA fan, I think some of the stuff that I like about IPAs you guys don't like, and vice versa.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I like that it doesn't come on strong at the end with a super hoppy taste, so that's why I like that one a lot better.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, so we're pouring at the moment. It's a Dippa.
It
The
is.
Dippa.
It's a Dippa.
Dippa.
We're gonna get shirts made that just say Dippa.
I think we're gonna get. We should have like a collaborate, like all of us at the table saying Dippa. Just be like Charlie Brown, like Peanuts gang, drinking beer and be like Dippa.
For
And like
some
a
reason-
Or it just says Dippa on it. It doesn't have to be our faces.
For some
Aw.
reason, that reminds me
That'd
of
be cool.
one of my new favorite words, fupa. Do you know what fupa is? Like
fat upper pussy, but
fat upper pussy area.
Wow,
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
What's going on in the world? I don't want to talk about women's vagina. I made a joke the other day on the wrestling podcast. I don't think landed, and I think people think I was serious.
Oh.
Yeah, so I have to. I'm just like, I'll talk about it.
Hi, this is Anthony.
No,
Hi, I'm Anthony Blackwell.
When I play
and
video
made a terrible
games,
joke.
when I play video games, every good, and I guess you're a comedian, you can attest to this. Every
Yep.
good comic or every good comic stance or joke you make is funnier when there's a little bit of truth to it, because it kind of stings, but it also kind of like that's offensive, but you're like
It levels out.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So I made a joke. We were playing Call of Duty, and we were playing against a team full of all girl gamers,
Oh boy.
and we beat them by 25 points.
Oh boy.
And I said, it's technically not your fault. Girls aren't really good at video games.
Wait, no, I'm gonna laugh at that because I just
I'm waiting for the joke because you're
Wow.
like, studies have shown.
I mean, there was a scoreboard there, and then we had a girl on our team, and every single game she was the bottom of the scoreboard. I play with my wife. I play with my buddy's wife, and when they get higher than dead last, we call it out like, "Good job!"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh man.
it doesn't personally bother me. Anyone can play video games. I don't care if you're bottom. Winning or losing in a video game does not change my life at all.
Right.
But it does. It is fun. Listen, I make fun of my guy friends. If they're the bottom of the leaderboard, I'm gonna make fun of you.
I can tell you as a comedian where you went wrong is you went a little too on the head. You're like where you gave a life stance on the
Here's
head.
the
You're
nail.
like, listen,
Here's
girls
the
suck
nail.
at video games. Laugh at that.
And it's not always.
You went
It's
too
good
hard.
to dance around it a bit.
No, but it's it is what it is. But anyway,
You went too hard.
I will play video games with girls any day of the week
Hey, that's fine.
because I like to win.
Yeah, yeah. You went too hard, like Donny Osmond when he was promoting Kraft mac and cheese.
Cancel me. I don't care.
Yeah.
I run my own show.
Oh my God.
You ain't getting rid of me.
Next,
No, I'm joking.
next beer, we'll talk about Ben's failed white supremacy joke
Yeah.
when he joined the KKK.
Yeah.
No,
So
that never happened.
We're at a Dippa Duh. So this is Duh by Starpoint. Did you read?
Yeah, I have it up. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
read it up.
So this is an Imperial Double IPA, clocking in at
Real quick.
8% alcohol by volume.
I think the more we just read it, the more I'm starting to hate it. I'm not gonna lie.
This beer.
then
I don't know.
block it out, dude.
What is the rest of our consent? Like,
I don't care what we do.
read it. Read it.
So it's a wheat and rye double IPA, Simcoe Amarillo Centennial hops in the boil, double dry hop on Amarillo, and then Citra, 88 IBUs.
All right.
With a hoppy, smooth, sweet, malty, spicy tasting notes. Total is 2,327 people. Monthly 6, me with a goose egg.
So, what is the average check-in?
Average
Oh, you're
check-in.
too far behind that. Then.
I think I'm too far behind that.
Yeah,
Here,
that-
hang-
I think that-
everyone is 1,603 check-ins, clocking at 3.79.
So I think that's more valuable information than monthlies and stuff.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I don't know.
To see how old it, like, kind of get like the old, like the if it's old, if it's fresh.
Speaking of old, how about last episode? Jesus,
These should be
Oh,
mainly fresh.
I mean,
you had beer older than Billy Trey on that show.
I'm not gonna lie when I say it. I mean, some of them held up, but man, that ripped up my stomach. Like,
Listen, you
I'm
put me
still-
out of commission.
I'm still haven't
For-
shit solid yet.
We all right. We were
We
supposed to go
fucked
to the
up.
brewery the next day, and I could not even sleep. My stomach hurt so bad.
put this way, I was up at 6:00 in the morning.
I
and
kept-
finally went to bed.
I kept rolling
Around
over and
6:30.
seeing Ben active, and I'm like, "There's no fucking way we're going to the brewery in the morning," because my stomach was done. I know he was done. I was like
You're-
out of commission for
Be
like
happy,
3 days.
Be happy you missed episode 68 and 69 because they were all showers for the most part. Lots of lactose. I am still spray shitting water out of my asshole to this day.
I'm
That'd
not
be fun.
terrible. It's kind of like
I
sriracha
can't wait
or-
to push a solid shit out. Like,
See, I was at the point where I wish I could have had diarrhea or puked because my stomach hurt so bad, but nothing was happening.
Oh my god!
I was so fucking mad at Ben. I was so mad at him.
I put in the
Oh,
group chat,
wow.
I said, if we don't have another sour for a while, I won't be upset about it.
I love Ben to death. I've never had a bad feeling about him, but I'll be honest, I was sitting there like aged fucking
motherfucker.
sours. I was like sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, what the fuck was he? I was so mad. My stomach hurt so bad, and it literally was like 3 days. It was literally 3 days.
All right, so duh.
All right, so I think I already read it. So
You're going first.
I mean, for me, this one is a little less than the other two, so this is like a 3.5 for me. I don't know. I mean, it's a double IPA.
It's a 9%, though. It does not drink like a 9.
No, it's-
it definitely
It's an
does
8.
not.
So-
that's
eight,
that's
right?
definitely an 8.
Yeah.
Here's the thing for me. So here's where I'm torn with this beer. Where Surf and Buddha stood out for being a very good, light, clean, all-day drinking beer.
Mm-hmm.
Tilt stood out for that really hoppy galaxy taste. Duh kind of falls in a category of like a lager where it's your traditional style Dippa where it doesn't really blow your socks off, but it does what it needs to do correctly to be a good beer.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's just not as good as the other two, in my
This
opinion.
one's got a little more of a malty taste for me, and I don't love that.
This is kind of like the weaker out of the three, in my opinion.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
I'd
and
say.
I
yeah.
would
I'm glad you guys agree with me because I was like, I hate this, so they're gonna love it.
No, so I agree, but I also disagree. I think this tastes exactly how like your standard double IPA should taste. Your double Indian
now,
IPA.
keep in mind though, there's rye in this then too. They consider this a rye double IPA then as well because that's
this
going to change it a little bit.
but this beer tastes like a beer I've had 100 times already.
Yeah.
Which is not
Yeah.
necessarily a bad thing because if it's a formula that works, it makes sense.
yeah, and
like,
if
they
it's
didn't-
just like a throwaway or just like a standard,
Not a
you know-
throwaway, but like
no, not a
if you
throwaway.
make
I'd
a,
say standard.
If you make a lager,
yeah,
most loggers are going to technically be in that same wheelhouse where I feel this is in like your typical double IPA wheelhouse where if like someone walked up and goes, I like double IPAs and you're like, cool, we're not going to, or a sour with zero flavoring in it. So you're just drinking a sour beer and
like
it's not
straight up, yeah,
yes,
traditional.
and they all kind of taste the same.
Yeah.
it's kind of like the name, duh. Like it's just like this is exactly what it should be without adding anything crazy
There you
to
go.
it.
Wow, way to break it down.
You were very on the head when you said, because when it says malt and hops, I taste malt and hops. It's exactly what it says. I don't pick up any other flavor notes except malts and hops. But I see, for me, that's why I don't love it, because it's like a base. This is like a base, and then we add good shit to it if we're another brewery.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't particularly like it. But
so for
you
me,
are completely correct.
Yeah.
about
So
that.
for me, at that standard, I think this could get a lower score compared to the other two, because the other two are trying to stand out more with their flavor.
Yeah,
and this is trying to be
yeah.
more traditional. I think for being what it's meant to be, I still think it's a good beer. I'm gonna go 3.75.
I don't think it's bad by
I don't
any
think.
means.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad at all either.
I just think it's a little less than the other two, as far taste wise. I appreciate the high alcohol.
I would agree
content.
with that. Yeah, to me, this definitely tastes like it doesn't drink like a 9, but it definitely when you're drinking, you're in that wheelhouse.
Yeah. I mean, I went 3.5 for the Surf and Buddha. I went 3.75 for the Till. I give this one a 3.25.
Yeah.
Just because, like,
I
I know
went
it's
fair.
trying to do,
Fair.
do something. Like the way they explained it. Yes, I agree with you on that. But like somebody like, I'm not into the. I'm into the ryes, but at the same time, I'm not into the rye. Double IPAs, and realistically, between hitting those two and then getting to that, like, I mean, it's good, like you're saying, but at the same time, though, you can have that as just like a standard beer. All three of those are great introductory beers overall,
Listen,
and that's good.
Realistically, that's our last star point of this episode. If I was in North Carolina and I'm near Star Point, that I would make it a point to stop in and try more of their stuff. I was impressed. I think their I think kind of not jumping ahead of ourselves for can labels and stuff. I'm going to be honest. For me, you're not getting my vote because
Not even close.
there's
No.
two other cans on this table that are insane. But I think they're very simple, clean looking cans.
Yeah,
and
they definitely have a style that they went for, and they kind of really
It's
stuck
marketable.
to
it's like
it. Yeah.
it's like an 80s soda,
It looks like a Brady Bunch or something
like
like that. Surfing.
like an 80s artisan soda type
See,
thing.
I would go.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 60s. I think it looks like this, like how
Like
he's in the
60s,
Brady Bunch.
60s,
Even fair.
70s,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
60s,
Yeah.
70s, definitely. I
So,
agree with that.
I think they're great looking cans. I
Yeah.
think they stand out on the shelf.
they're presentable.
They're clean.
I like
They're-
that it says "Drink me soon" on it.
Yeah.
It says "Get to the point," and then it says "Drink me soon."
They put that on for people like Ben.
Yeah.
Sit on
They're
beers
like,
for
"Don't
10 years.
keep this forever," you know.
So this beer's been aged for 9 years. So giving my numeric, I specifically came into this episode thinking I give too many 3.5s and higher, or I shit on them. It's no in between for me. So I think that if I keep going, I'm going to lose credibility if I keep going high. I gave this one a 3 because I think that a base score should be a 3, and that was a base beer. That was malt and hops, nothing special about it, nothing great about it. I gave it a 3, and I rated it because of the high alcohol content. So that was the redeeming quality for me, but I gave it a 3.
You
even.
drink 2 of those cans, you're in great shape.
yeah, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
You're slightly flying, but you're hovering.
I'll tell you what, man. These bigger cans, they became my standard cans, and then I've
got the 12-ounce baby
yeah. And then
cans.
I get a 12-ounce can. That's like these are babies, and I just smash them. I've been I'm on my I think second or third Trogue summer pack that I found.
Oh my god.
That Trogue
You're
summer
like,
pack
whoop.
is unbelievable. Every flavor in that pack is as a fucking knockout.
Oh, who is it? Is it the Apollo 88 guitarist Steve? I'm trying to think who the Apollo 88's guitarist is.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
not.
he just-
you're like
he
a
just
whoop,
chugs it.
whoop.
Yeah.
Like it's like down into sip, like taster sip, and then pounds it. He's just like, I drink beer fast. And you're like, what?
Yeah, he just crushes it. So, all right. So where we are now is O'Connor's.
Yes,
Sound like
this
nice
is-
Irish boys, but they love their hip hop music.
This is Hip Hop
apparent-
Anonymous,
Yeah.
Volume 2. I have that in the ready too.
Couldn't find Volume 1.
The can
You
art is
frick you.
unbelievable. So the hip hop, obviously you like your hip hop, and then Hip Hop Anonymous is from the movie Big Daddy.
Yep.
That's funny.
So he's trying to spell. He's looking at a word on a board, and he's trying to pronounce it to say it, because the little kid is having a spelling bee contest with the Chinese food delivery guy, and he's looking at the word hippopotamus and thinks it says Hip Hop Anonymous.
Hip hop, Hip Hop Anonymous.
Yep. So this is their series. We have Volume 2 and Volume 3. Like I said, these cans
Or
are
baby cans.
gorgeous.
That's speaking of. We talked about Tropical Thunder. That's a role where Rob Schneider played like a dark Indian man in that role, and nobody talks about that because he was like a dark Indian man. He's Rob Schneider.
Yeah, no one's
the
really
whitest of white dudes.
Yeah, because he's played so many dark guys that
Yeah.
don't even know anymore.
It goes together like lamb and tuna fish, and no one talks about how he's the whitest of white guys.
51st Days, he played a Samoan.
Yeah, that's,
Rob Schneider. South Park. Like Rob Schneider
that's
as a carrot in
hilarious,
Yeah.
The Carrot Guy.
Yeah.
Rated PG-13. It's all those movies are PG-13.
We got a lot of head on this one.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I'll wait till they pour and then I'll
Yeah.
see here. So did you go? Is O'Connor's another place you didn't get to go to this place?
Nah, I didn't go to any of these joints.
Is this
Ooh.
the reason you bought it? Because the can arts and the name?
I mean, when I went there and I saw this stuff, like I said with O'Connor's, I mentioned this to you before the show. Like, I had another one from them the year before. It was called, what did I say? El Guapo, which was the guy from Three Amigos, the villain, and it was good. So I was like, oh, O'Connor's, I had their shit before. Let's see what these are about. But I had like a really cool one from them. It was a sour IPA. No, not a sour IPA, just a sour, like a Goza beer. And they had sea salt from Hatteras in it,
Okay.
which was really cool because, at the place that I was at, they actually sold sea salt that was from Hatteras. And then I guess they, bought the salt from the place and then mixed it in the beer. And
Interesting.
so-
Interesting. That's pretty wild.
It's a North Carolina thing,
That's pretty wild shit, Jason.
Yeah,
Thanks for telling us that little tidbit there.
Hatteras sea
Well,
salt.
here's already one thing that's annoying me with Untapped.
Oh,
So
no.
so I typed in Hip Hop Anonymous Volume 1, and out of the 3 Hip Hop Anonymouses, the ones we are drinking is the lower scored one. But people checked Hip Hop Anonymous Volume 3 in as Volume 1, and the can clearly fucking says Volume 1 on it.
Hip
So
Hop Anonymous.
I wanted to see what Volume 1's can art looked like.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to the art of the can, I think it's the weaker of the
Yeah,
three.
yeah. This one's not as impressive as the third one. I haven't
Yeah.
seen the first one.
It's a girl scratching a record like a DJ.
Hell yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
She's not as good as scratching that as a male DJ, but
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Music they're
On the
fine.
Bangin' Bangin' Beer
Music are
Sexist
fine.
podcast.
Music they're
God.
fine.
callback.
Yeah.
The feminists are calling in.
They're fine at music, just not video games. Listen, it's a joke. It's clearly a joke.
So anyhow,
But
Hip-
look,
hip-
I'm literally looking at check-ins for this beer. Like I'm on this beer and look at people.
they're just like, we're going to check in Hip Hop Anonymous Part
Volume 3.
2.
Like,
Two
learn-
or 3, yeah.
Learn how to use your fucking check-ins.
So Hip Hop Anonymous Volume 2 is a IPA, double IPA at 9% alcohol by volume. It gets 369 check-ins from everyone. One buddy of mine checked it in. Inspired by the ever-evolving street and
That one
urban
buddy
culture,
might be sitting right next to you.
Yeah, Hip Hop Anonymous is a freestyle IPA series showcasing innovative local arts, new age techniques, and expressive hops. Just how your favorite artist is constantly pushing out new projects, our flow has no end. Volume 1 to infinity. Hazy, citrusy, fruity, juicy, soft. 517 total. Monthly 74. Again, me, goose egg.
I like this one.
Let me get another hit of that.
Go ahead.
It's
Get a
interesting.
little nip.
It's different.
It's confusing.
Scratch
Get a
it.
little nip.
I had to take a second one as well.
Scratch up that beer.
My first one I wasn't sure, and
Yeah,
then my second one I know I liked it.
I'm still confused. All right, so here's where I think. You smell it, and it has such a rich smell to it.
Smells like vinyl.
it.
Like it smells fantastic, right?
smell it.
Smells like cardboard.
Yeah.
And it streets.
And it tastes fantastic.
Wait.
I'm going the gatekeeper.
Smells like
So then
misogyny.
you smell it, and all these amazing profiles hit you, and then you taste it, and it hits your taste buds, and you get the same rush that your nose got, and then it just dies out.
Yep.
So
Super
it
smooth,
ends dry.
which is why I like it.
It just ends. It doesn't even end dry.
For a 9%, this is crazy smooth.
Crazy crushable.
Yep.
Is anyone else getting that? Where as soon as it hits your tongue, there's no
No,
flavor.
Yeah, I'm
this is
getting
my
that.
beer of the night so far because I like that. I like that it dies off and I don't get the halty
There's not even an aftertaste for what you're smelling.
That's
and
cool.
what hits your tongue. It just fucking vanishes.
And I like it. Yeah.
But where's all that go? I don't know if I like that or
to
not.
another dimension.
I wish this is the one time I wish that I was abandoned as a child, so I could be like, oh, it was like my dad when he went to the store, but I'm not an abandoned child.
That's
my
what
dad was
happens.
a really good dad, so
It smells like your dad left for cigarettes.
yeah, exactly.
No, it doesn't smell like that. Once it hits your does anyone else like? There's no aftertaste. There's
Yeah,
no
we've
really-
all agreed with
They're
you
really,
several
yeah, with Tony. Like, you're like so balls deep into this that like we're agreeing with you, and you're like, oh, the dick. Ah.
No, I'm saying.
I get it though.
Imagine
yeah.
if you bought a soda, right?
Yeah.
And then you poured it into your mouth, and as
Yeah.
soon as it hit your mouth, it was like you're drinking water.
super taste and done.
There's no flavor.
I think there's
I get
flavor,
flavor,
but then it
and
goes
then
away.
just it really stops. It's like in that aspect, it doesn't even taste like beer to really tell you the truth.
Yeah, I honestly love it for that aspect.
It's an interesting beer. No joke.
3.25.
3.25. I thought you were gonna blow that up.
Wow,
No,
yeah,
you can't taste it. It doesn't stay with you.
Okay. All right.
Like you can't even be like, oh, I pick up this and that. It's like, oh, it smells fantastic. It's like an air freshener. It smells fantastic, and then you spray it, and then the rest of the room smells like it doesn't even like it smells anymore.
It's like chewing a piece of fruity stripe.
Yes,
Fruit stripe gum.
It is. It's fruit
Fruity
stripe.
stripe.
You smell it, and it smells
Yeah,
fantastic.
I forgot about that. That gum like tastes good for a second.
Yeah.
It's like it tastes awesome for a minute.
Yeah,
Wow.
It is like the greatest gum on the planet for like
for a
as-
minute.
for,
Yeah,
like,
not
yeah,
even a minute. It's
Not
literally
even a minute.
for 3 seconds.
You
right?
chew 5 pieces for 5 minutes and you're done.
This is the fruit. This is the fruit stripes of beer. It smells fantastic. The initial taste hits you,
Kind of
and then
looks a little fruity, stripey.
and then it loses everything it stood for.
and this is certainly a sleep.
love it
This
for
is a
that
sleeper
aspect.
at clocking in at 9%.
yeah, the 9
Holy
is
that's
shit.
pretty-
why yeah.
pretty wicked.
Holy shit!
You know what? I think you might have sold me a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go 3.50 only because it's a 9. Because if you drink that and it doesn't,
You're not
You're
going to know
getting fucked
which
up.
way is up or down
Yeah.
after
it's
4
gonna
cans.
fucking crush you. But like, I want flavor to it.
See, I enjoy fruit stripe gum, so I'm the one that will buy 4 packs of it and eat them in 10 minutes. I'll eat all 4 packs in 10 minutes because I enjoy that short burst. I mean, for anyone that's ever had sex with me, it's great for like it's great for like the first 15
So you're
seconds,
basing
but-
your sex like fruit stripe gum?
No, I'm being a comedian,
Oh, I know,
self-deprecating.
I know.
For anyone that ever had sex
I'm
with
shooting
me,
from
they're like,
I'm just
"That's
shooting
not
from
the
them
person I
like
had
what?
sex with."
And being oblivious.
I had to cuddle him while he cried after 2 hours of trying.
I think I'm going to give this one a 3.52 just solely because that 9%
a 3.52.
3.5. A 3.5 and then 2 as in I'm following Tony's lead on this one.
A 3.25.
No, a 3.5 also.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
As well. I see.
Or as well. Yeah, so
I'm
I agree
totally-
with Tony with that one.
I'm going 3.75 just because I don't want to be like you.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna keep it 3.5.
Good.
I went
You
4
fuck
on
you.
this, and if I could do a 4.15 to be higher than the other 4 that I gave,
Oh dang!
I would be. I love this. This might be one of my favorite IPAs on the show ever because it's got a good taste, and then I don't get the hops that I don't
For a
particularly
second.
care for.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool you guys enjoy it because, like, for me, honestly, I had this when I was there. I gave it a 3.5, and I had it again, and I gave it a 3. So, you know, like, for me, it's kind of the opposite
The no-
direction, you know?
Is there anything
The
on this-
9% has to factor.
Yeah, the
in.
9. Maybe it should be a 3. Look, 3.25. I'll adjust it for the 9%.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
This has to be like
That's
Now-
fair. That's fair.
Is your
I
low
grab.
score? Is your low score on par with what I'm saying, or is it, do you have
Yeah,
do you have a
it's
different
just-
view on this?
Volume 3 is better. That's
But what about
Swayed
the
into
volume
it.
2?
but volume 2, taking as a whole.
What makes it so low for you?
it's just like you said, it doesn't really have any sort of like lingering aftertaste.
Nothing.
You know, like there's no
Damn.
real big mouth feel for it.
Yeah.
See, this
for me,
is
you know?
one where I would love to call it an introductory one because it's not, it doesn't punch you in the face, but it's
This-
a 9%.
This
so
beer
it's
is
like,
witchcraft.
Yeah, it's like it's 9%, but like
Yeah.
you're gonna not have clothes on anymore if you try to.
It's cool. I mean, I'm glad. Look, if he
Put it this way, if
only
you-
he likes it, that's awesome.
It's one of my
I mean,
favorite
that's
IPAs ever
great,
on the
you
show.
know, like-
If you have a 4-pack of this and you rip through that 4-pack, you're flying.
You can crush that can.
You're flying.
You can crush that can with no issues.
I could shotgun that. I could shotgun
It
that.
smells amazing. The initial taste is fantastic, and we're not drinking this ice cold. So imagine this being even colder,
Whoa.
where that the flavor maybe even you know what I mean. And then you just crush that. A 4-pack or whatever they sell it in, a 6-pack or a 4-pack. You're fucking.
You're flying.
But I will say that the 9 factors in heavily for me because
Oh
if
my
that
God,
if that was a 6, I would give that.
You're gonna drink
A
that,
lower-
and
a much lower
someone's
score.
gonna accuse you of something 10 years from now on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bad day.
Anthony is like I can stand for anyone being accused, but once they come in for the wrestlers, I'm gonna fucking
No, wrestlers. If you're getting accused of being a creep, I get it. But if it's like fucking 15 years ago, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like,
the
come on, like if you were gonna do something,
I keep-
no, I'm not. I'm not gonna.
I
put
keep
my-
using this analogy. I
Yeah,
hope
I'm not
I never
doing
have anything come up from my past. I don't think I
Listen,
ever will.
I openly said I was a shithead 10 years ago.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I read my Facebook memories and I don't fucking know that person.
Yeah,
so
like, who the fuck
if,
is that guy?
if somebody comes up from my past, it's like, man, I'm sorry. I hate that person just
Can
as
we
much
hang
as
out?
you did.
Can
Yeah.
we hang out so I
Yeah.
can prove that I'm not going to make a weird move on you?
You know. I wouldn't say that. I would just be like, can I prove that I'm not this person I was like going to go clubbing tonight when I was 21 years old?
Oh boy. So anyhow, I got.
So this one definitely
quite a
hangs
bit of beer. Don't worry, I got it.
readjusted my score.
Okay, so I got quite a bit of beer coming down the pike. Levante from Westchester, I got their beer. I got 3 crowlers and 1 4-pack. The 1 4-pack has Little Tickle, Tickle Parts, Extra Tickle,
Glad
and
I'm just
Death
glad I'm just hearing about
Resurrection
this now.
by Tickle. So it's it was specifically a 4-pack that has potential, that does have our 3rd quadruple IPA.
So when people
in the
people
pipe.
listening to the show say, "How the fuck do you guys get backed up on beer so quick?" Because Ben doesn't say nothing and just says, "Guess what I got, guys? I ordered 8 fucking beers," and we're like, "You realize we have the next 3 shows already lined up?"
Yeah, I got a pallet coming in from Tired Hands. It'll be
Ben's
here
like,
tomorrow.
I just ordered 8 beers and I had like 30 of them aging for the last 17 years.
Yeah, and
He's like, here's this beer. It was made a week ago, but here you can try it 6 months ago.
yeah.
oh no,
And that's what
I get it.
happens. Like-
it's the inside joke. My old beer club used to do it too. I'm in on it too.
It's not a joke. It's
I know,
it's like it's what's happening.
but still though,
Wait, real quick. I just want you to know this is not a comedy bit. This is what's happening.
I know. It's true, but hey, I mean, you gotta test your metal a little bit.
You gotta
but
slow
it's like-
down.
Yeah,
You
we're
don't have
good.
you don't have to buy
We're good.
$450 worth of beer.
Did you,
No,
did you
it's all
order
right.
from? Did you do the Equilibrium order yet?
I didn't do it for this Sunday, but I'm not kidding you. I ordered Monday. Tuesday they said I had a shipment. Wednesday I got my beer.
So-
That's how fast they was.
I think.
And they're out of New York.
yeah.
So crossing state lines is okay anymore.
Apparently they got the okay to do it. Equilibrium did.
Which is listen, here's the thing. If this COVID obviously has been terrible in so many different aspects, but if you're a beer drinker, especially if you're in a situation where we're in, where we have nothing near us,
and I was going to get to that too.
there's at least 10 to 15 different breweries in Pennsylvania that are willing to now send you beer in the mail.
yes, including Levante, Tired Hands.
Really heavy hitter beers.
Yeah, you're getting
Now,
yeah.
here's the only problem. Shipping, pretty high.
Yeah.
Now
But-
Ben
that's
told
not
me
their
about it.
fault because there is weight to the shipping, and that's where the shipping costs come in.
right.
So so here's how I figure it in, and I know this has been a conversation in our chat where like, hey, shipping's kind of high. If you were to get in your car and drive to Tired Hands and then drive back, you would probably pay less in shipping.
And time is money.
You
Yeah.
waste 4 hours of your life
Yes.
driving back to and from there.
It is it's a valid point.
So,
Well, like
so
I said
to get
about-
really, really good beer sent to your door, I think the shipping pays for itself.
No, it's not too bad. Like I was saying to Ben, it was $30, which is high, but that would be our gas to get back and forth. Unfortunately,
Even tolls you got to take into
Yeah.
consideration.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
The
and
fucking
like,
turnpike ain't going down in price. Trust
And the
me.
DUI that you're probably going to get when you drink tired hands all day long and then try to drive home.
Oh, definitely. Like my thing is, I always say to people like if you're ever gonna go to any breweries, like, and you want to pay like the least amount of tolls, there's only one in Hudson Valley, and it's only $1.50, and that's all you pay. That is it.
Yeah.
So
if Pennsylvania opens the door for more people to send their beers into the state, listen.
Oh, yeah.
They used to be in Pennsylvania, but if I can get their beers from Texas here now, Ingenious, I would order from them all the time. They make
100%.
fucking amazing beers.
do you know what where Equilibrium actually delivers from? Nevada, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're
And
like,
they get
we
here
opened
quick.
up Nevada. I'm like, what? And I'm like, why not PA? And then they're like, you patiently waited. Guess what? We're gonna actually ship to PA now. I'm like, all right, cool. And
Yeah.
usually the best thing to do is like actually say like, since on our group chat, I'm like, hey, does anybody want anything? And like split, the shipping costs and all that. Then too,
100%, yeah.
it makes it so much easier to do because realistically, I'll be like, hey, who wants the beer from here? And if somebody says here, I'll do it. I'm only just gonna charge cost.
Yeah.
And then the little shipping that there
here's the only
is.
dilemma we have with the show is
I know.
Tired Hands, because of the shipping,
Yeah.
and because their beers are so good,
Mhm.
we want to order so much from them. But as a content creator, we can't keep having Tired Hands on every single week.
Yeah, realistically, yeah.
So Ben's just like, they're so fucking good. I want to bring more and more and more and more on.
I feel like
Don't worry, there's
I feel like
certain
now that
ones.
Equilibrium delivers here, we're gonna have the same dilemma because everything we've had from there. Has
so
been
here's
so
here's
good.
here's the only thing
Yeah.
I propose
That-
is if we're gonna have beer shipped to us,
yeah.
let's look PA breweries
Fair
at
enough.
Pennsylvania.com.
No, I get it.
Look at the other breweries that we have not experienced yet, and maybe hit that avenue.
I'm looking
first.
at you, Dancing Gnome. You should do a shipping from one side of the state to
Well,
the
how
other.
about the ones that are already doing it?
No, but I'm just saying though.
There's a
like,
lot.
I know, I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
like obviously Levante, Tired Hands.
And
there's
we are
how
recording,
many of them?
and we are recording this on a Friday.
Yeah.
We are now green, so we can definitely go. I'm not saying for episodes.
No, I get
still
you.
don't want to go and bother people with recording because the staff is working extra hard to now make sure everything's up to code and up
And
to standards
cleaning
and cleaning.
yeah.
I don't want to bother anybody, but
Right.
we can go and support breweries. So I'm just saying, if anyone's free
Yeah.
on a certain day, we can go to
Yeah.
Liquid Noise. We can go to these places. And,
Yeah, right.
and do stuff.
Yeah, I have disappointing news because I wanted to go to Equilibrium on Sunday, but I'm gonna have to be in on your next order if you order for shipment with my grandfather in hospice right now. He went downhill
Okay.
ridiculously
Okay.
fast. So
Yeah.
where I'm not going to be available this weekend.
So
It
if you're
happens.
listening to
Life
this,
happens.
comment to us or send us. I know a lot of I'm not even sure. I suck at sometimes social media for how much I do it. I've been getting tons of messages
From who?
from somebody on Untapped. I just don't know how to check messages that are sent to me anymore.
Oh, I'll have to look into that. Oh, why
It's,
But they pretty much been trying to get us to go to the Tamako breweries left and right.
Oh,
and
no, that's
Bob
a good
G.
thing.
Bob G keeps messaging me, and he's like, "Hey, just a heads up, the one place in Tamaqua does can, and the other place is now open. Now you can sit outside. So they are definitely trying to sway us to go check out what's happening in Tamaqua. We got to make a trip.
I'm telling you, man, that one that's next to Sisters Cantina is banging, man, for food.
Yeah,
Oh, dear Lord.
so you can get food and get great beer.
Their fried ice cream
Fried ice cream?
at Sisters.
What the fuck is fried ice cream?
It's
said-
basically
I've never had
they
fried
do
ice
like
cream.
Oh, dear
like they
God.
get into pura batter and they actually deep fry the ice cream so you have a shell that you can break off of and eat cold ice cream.
You poor soul.
Is it cold?
It's,
Yeah.
How do you deep fry something cold?
It doesn't say
It's magic.
It's not as cold as regular ice cream, and it gets warm quick, but it is good. It's very
It's
good.
fucking fantastic.
Deep fried cheesecake is my favorite,
Oh,
but
that's good too.
Let's
yeah.
can we plan something for next weekend?
you can
No.
you can get a lot of this stuff at a lot of sushi places. They'll have either deep fried ice cream or
Really,
deep fried.
That Sisters
cheesecake.
Cantina is awesome, man. I mean,
We-
even the beer there is amazing.
we should look into recording on Friday, obviously, like we normally
Mhm.
do. But I think maybe like next Saturday or something, very
That
soon,
would
we should
be
take a trip to Tamaqua
the most suitable option.
and
yes.
try to do something while we're in green and,
Yeah.
and go experience it.
We go through Tamaqua every day to see my grandfather, and since they were green today, literally the town is hopping. Like, everyone was out. There was the train station has a restaurant right there. It was completely open. Every table was full. Everyone was like pumped
Good.
to get out.
I'm glad
I just hope cases of
I'm glad businesses are making money again.
yeah. I just hope that they look at Florida and Texas and be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't.
Realistically, this isn't going away. Even if we were to stay in our house for the next 6 months, it's not going to go away. Does it suck? Yes. Are people going to get hurt and probably die? 100%. But our leadership has already shown us they don't care and they need to make money.
Yeah, it's becoming too much of a money issue. But I will say, like, if we would wait a little longer,
It's not going to change.
It would, in my opinion, because it doesn't take that long to develop a vaccine and treatment. It doesn't.
Do you realize that 50% of our population don't believe in vaccines?
Which is ridiculous, obviously.
So we're
But
going to be fucked regardless.
Yeah, I do understand. Like, the anti-vaxxers are the most ridiculous fucking humans. Not to get political again for 2 weeks in a row after we were like, we're not getting political, and then by the third row of beers, we were like,
Yeah.
we were chanting and protesting on our
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do understand what you're saying.
We
I
were
just hope
chanting and
people are a
protesting,
little.
but we just don't want innocent people dying anymore.
Just be exactly. That's exactly. I think we were on the right side of the argument at least, but be cautious is just what I just want to keep stressing everybody.
It's just the whole fact of the matter is it's just fucking getting snapped from one side to another, and like there's real drastic sides to everything when it comes to this whole situation.
What's sad is
and
it's
it's
become
crazy.
Exactly. What's sad is it's become political when it should be common sense.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff. Vaccines are political when they should be common sense. Science is political when it should be common sense.
Right. And like the thing is, like, I don't mean to cut you off, Matt, but like the
No,
whole
that-
thing
that
is
was
like
pretty much done.
with like most of the counties going into the green, then it's like, oh well, we can go and do these things, and at the same time though it's like, oh well, you know, fuck Wolf, you know what I mean? And like, okay, I get it, but I mean,
It's just
Yeah.
The problem is like I was sick to my stomach the other day, and I'll be honest, I saw a Republican who I actually know. She's I loosely know her. I know a lot of people that know her. She's a state representative, but she came out of Hazleton, and she was like celebrating this. We're going green. We're gonna rejuvenate businesses or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, she's just getting pressure from her friends that own businesses. They don't give a shit if the virus spreads. She just wants the revenue to come back so they can contribute to her campaign. And it's like it sucks that it's a political issue. I hope everyone stays safe.
Hip Hop Anonymous Volume 3.
Yeah.
Hip Hop Anonymous.
This one this one tastes good. I enjoy it.
It's an 8.5, and that's all.
An
really.
8.5.
It's an 8.5 and there's nothing.
I thought you meant you gave it 8.5.
No.
I gave
You
it a 3.
goof.
I gave it a 3.50.
I think it actually, what's interesting about this brewery with the last one is the taste dies off. I think they made a conscious effort for the taste to die off.
I don't think the taste dies off in this one. I
It
think
dies off a little bit for me because it doesn't have that hop multi flavor
that
of
one
a
sits on your
regular
tongue
IPA.
way more than that one does.
Yeah, but it doesn't have that strong hop aftertaste, which a lot of IPAs have. For
That one's
me.
still sitting on my tongue.
Yeah. This is more of your traditional,
Yes.
like, double IPA.
I think this falls in the same trap as Duh, where this tastes exactly like a beer that you're expecting it to taste like.
And I'll be honest, man. I mean, these guys are out of Virginia. When I was down there,
Go
man,
Redskins.
like, I was really trying to grasp giving beers that I had like a 4.
Yeah.
And initially, like, I gave this a 4, but this is a 3.5 for me.
You've gotten
man.
tougher.
This is a 3.5. I mean, I not to cut you off. I'm sorry,
No,
man.
it's all good, bud.
But like, you know, like when I was down there, I was drinking these beers, man. I was like, none of them were hitting a 4 for me, and I gave this like a 4, but I don't know. It's a 3.5 for me. I'm thinking clearly now. You know.
Yeah.
So for me, it doesn't. Just to finish my thing, Ben.
That's fine,
It's
that's fine.
I gave it a 3.75 because it doesn't have a massively strong aftertaste. Is more what I was trying to say. Without not, it doesn't disappear like the other one, but it doesn't have an overpowering hop malt aftertaste, which a lot of IPAs have. That I don't.
I agree that it
care
doesn't
for.
have a malt or hop aftertaste, but to say that it has no aftertaste is
It's not that it's
this
no.
has
it's,
this does have an
That's
aftertaste.
goofy,
It's
yeah.
still hanging out with me,
fair enough. Yeah.
I will definitely tell you guys that I
Which is
actually
not a
gave
bad thing.
this. I actually gave this the lowest rating of the 9. I gave it a 3.
I don't hate
Damn.
it.
I
don't
gave
hate
it
at
a
all.
3. Like, I felt like that they tried to do a lot in it, but at the same time, though, like, it kind of deviates from what Hip Hop Anonymous is trying to do. They're trying to do something a little different, more vibrant. I think they went a little overboard on Volume 3.
See, if for me, if it has a high alcohol content and it drinks smooth, I always give it an extra like 0.5 or something,
Ooh.
which is why I gave it.
I'm gonna be honest.
And that's
3.75.
fair to do that.
For people who listen to us, every single person on this earth who use Untaps, all rating systems are going to be different. So if I know we've been suggested by really people that I value their opinions and I love them to death, and I think they're doing amazing things in the beer
Yeah.
world, where they're saying, man, rating beers can be a backfire on you guys. You know what I mean? Because people do get upset by it. There's not one beer on this table I would not drink again.
No, I mean, and we've gone over this a million times. Like, if it's 2.5 is middle of the road, you know what I mean? If it's above 2.5,
I give
it's
a Miller
above average.
I give Miller Lite a 2.5
yeah, you know, like,
because I would drink that if I had to. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
but why not be fucking honest? You know, like,
Yes.
let's not, you know, sugarcoat it, man. I mean, it sucks. Sometimes honesty is hard. But,
I
you
just
know,
really thought that was just a solid 3.
it's definitely
Rega-
more of a traditional like
Re-
double IPA.
like
yeah.
regardless of the alcohol content in it, there's a difference between like having it taste different and having a decent alcohol content versus being traditional and then, you know, trying to crank up that alcohol content as well. I just really feel like that was just, it wasn't pretentious, it was just more, it was more ambitious than anything. So
All pretentious Ben going on.
Jesus Christ, man.
Jesus Christ,
What
remember
is
to
it?
chill.
Back Bay.
Yeah.
Space trip.
All right, we're
This-
taking a space trip here.
This one's really good.
Where
I
did
like
you?
this one.
So did you pick these up from a distributor out there, or
No, it was all from this place called Chips, and it's just like
a
the
Breskies?
What's
Is it like a Breskies?
I mean, there ain't nothing like Breskies
Ooh.
that I've been to yet. I
Baby,
mean,
baby.
you know, props to Breskies, man. I mean, that's my jam, man. I
Did
mean,
anyone get swinging trees from
No.
Nightmare?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I would like to try it.
And we have access to stuff from that at the keg stand now if he can get it in. you
Yeah,
know?
so
Wow.
he can get Nightmare at the.
That's
He
wild.
can, yeah. I mean, if they allocate, if there's enough to allocate to him, he can get it.
Wow, that's
yeah.
pretty wild.
So one of the things that we're trying to accomplish here on the podcast is we've had representatives of the Cake Stand on this show. We've had representatives of the Beer Shack on this show. So we're not just picking sides and saying, you know, we love this one and fuck the other ones.
Right.
There's enough room for everyone to fucking get their shit.
Yeah.
It's already hard enough for people in our area, Northeast Pennsylvania, School County area, to get craft beer. So for us to fucking draw the line in the sand and say we're only stabled with this one team is silly for us. And it's kind of like being, I hate to go back to pro wrestling, but if pro wrestling only had one major thing to watch and now you get 15, why not embrace all 15?
Yeah.
So like that's kind of how we are with this podcast. Like we love the Beer Shack, we love the Cake Stand, we love the Craft House in Minersville, even though we haven't really had a representative come on and talk to us. But if we can make it accessible, so beers from outside Pennsylvania or beers inside Pennsylvania can be available for people in our area who are kind of in a dead zone to get beer, why not fucking snatch that up? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
In the keg stand, man, like Brett's been doing it. Yeah, he's getting some good stuff in there. some
really,
different
he
stuff.
has.
Yeah, I seen that dude the other day. He looks. I never
Run
seen
down.
that guy look more fucking miserable in my life. I mean, dude, I seen him and he just looked fucking wiped.
Yeah.
I mean, like I
wrung out.
I said like 2 words to him, man, and I just walked. He looked like he was just.
He works really hard.
He was fucking spent, dude.
Yeah.
The day I seen him, he was just. I don't know what happened that day.
And that's really commitment, getting those types of beers.
And
in our
I know
area.
this is an apples and oranges comparison when I come to say this, but like if you're going to be a podcast, right? And you're recording from your phone, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
But if you really want your quality to get better, you're going to have to buy some decent mics, a decent board. You're going to
Yeah.
have to do certain things.
You
if
got to upscale big
if you
time.
want to take yourself seriously. I think in the beer world, and I could be wrong or I could be off by saying this, but if you don't go to a system where you're canning your beers, you're doing everyone around you a disservice. Because if they can't go and hang out at your brewery for the night, or they don't want to drive, like for us to get in a car, drive an hour and a half to sit at your bar, we enjoy beers. Not it's and you know what I mean.
We're gonna have a lot of beers,
but we don't want to also drive home from that situation.
yeah, that's not fun.
But if we can, I will drive an hour and a half to you, and I will buy fucking 4, 5, 6 packs or
Yeah.
a case full,
Yeah.
and then come home where I know I'm safe and legally I can drink and get fucking
Absolutely.
hammered.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
Canning is just
The right
the
thing to
way
do.
to go.
Yeah.
And now that you get to the point where you can ship beers, I know it's hard. I know you guys are going through some things, but I feel like that has to be if you're a brewery, that has to be your next step. It's
That's
like, how
upper
can
echelon
How can
of
we even
developing.
if listen, and you don't even have to put fancy can art on your beer. Just
Yeah.
can it and send it out.
And put it on a fucking Sharpie marker. Be like, double IPA.
Fuck you, drink this. Right? Just
Yeah.
write, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I don't know. It's tough, man. Because not every single person. I just really want breweries to realize that not every single person in your demographic lives 25 minutes away.
Yeah. And like that's another thing. Like I know in Philadelphia there's a brewery called Human Robot, and they actually released like a whole glass line of like Transformers, like all Decepticons.
What does
And
this
they-
have to do with anything about drinking and driving?
Well, no, I'm just saying.
Okay,
no,
go ahead.
well, here's the thing. So they only ship out in the immediate area, but I would have loved to actually get that on the show because
Yeah.
it's a PA brewery.
Yeah.
So that kind of shoots them in the foot for me, at least, because well, somebody's ranting and raving about it, and they're saying this is good
so
shit.
much good stuff in Philly. I
Yeah.
would love to try.
Yeah.
You know what?
But I'd have to make a weekend to go to Philly to try your
Yeah.
stuff. Because here's the thing: for how much we do drink, and there's times where we have
That's making me so mad. Go ahead.
where we
I'm
have
saying.
10 to 15 beers on the episode. I mean, it doesn't really happen often, but there's times where we sit here and have 12 beers between 5 people.
Yeah.
Because this is a beer club thing. Not one person's drinking 12 cans themselves.
Yeah.
We do want to promote responsible drinking. We don't want people to leave here hammered. We don't want
Yeah.
people to see get in trouble. We don't want to see people get hurt. We're not advocating drinking and driving. We want you to drink responsibly. Not every single thing that has to revolve around beer has to be becoming a fucking frat boy where you
Yeah.
do stupid things. Like,
Yeah.
no, you need to fucking learn how to
This-
control yourself.
This is exactly a perfect opportunity to talk about what happened to me last week.
No, we
after-
don't. No, we're not. but no, I'm saying, like, you need to really. It's not just.
It's not going to be a whole slugfest, every time we do a show.
For example, marijuana is very beneficial to people.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's not beneficial and the reason why it has such a black eye in it,
Because people are slugging away. There's fucking.
because people have to be like,
dragging
oh, I
that
have to
doob."
consume so much of it. Just fucking, it's the same thing with beer.
Yeah.
We're not drinking beer to get fucked up and act like idiots.
No,
We're
that's
drinking
why we
beers-
have 4 people
Exactly.
split.
We're drinking it to appreciate what the craft person is doing when they're putting their work into it.
Yeah. And
So-
it's kind of like a panel. So
Yes.
that's why that's our thing.
On a scale of 1 to wasted, I give what we drink a Taco Bell because it makes me want to eat, but it doesn't. I don't get too fucked up. Speaking of overkill though, this fucking can is pissing me off so bad right now. Read the flavor notes on this because this is making me so mad. They named 3 different peaches. Like, how do we know what different peaches taste like? I actually like this beer, and reading this can, I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I was so mad.
So this is what's on the can. I'm sure it's on Untapped as well. Space Trip features Galaxy hops. Check. A low bitterness and fully creamy mouthful. Check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I drank this beer without reading this can. I've already enjoyed this
so
beer.
Mad at this can.
This IPA has a tremendously flavorful notes of Mamamoto peach, Pangagringe peach, Suncrest peach, passion fruit, pineapple, can tangerine and enjoy the space trip as it may take another 75 years to return to Earth's orbit.
And I don't
It's,
get
how many
any
people
of
are
that
like,
at all.
I get the,
I didn't even know
get
there
the
was that
Mama
many-
Soto peach, but I don't get the Shimon and Moki peach. Like,
I didn't know there was that many peaches.
exactly. Like, what the? Shut up.
I'm the same guy who sees apples red and green and call it a day.
Well, I love red, delicious apples. I do. There are different types of apples that taste better than the other ones, and I'm sure these peaches taste better than the other ones. But how the fuck do we don't know these peaches?
Jim,
Yeah.
did you get the Momo
Yeah.
peaches?
This is like the Ethiopian peaches, but it's
Matsumoto.
kind of like we also got the Bulgarian peaches. Like, shut up, peaches. Just say peach.
I don't get any of that at all. To tell you the truth,
Me neither.
But
But
have you ever had a Suncrest peach? Like, to know if you
No,
it tastes like maybe
no,
this
not at
tastes
all.
exactly like a Suncrest peach, or maybe it tastes exactly like a Matsumoto peach.
But realistically, once
It's
again,
like, shut up.
we are coming from the standpoint of everyday people.
right,
We're coming from the standpoint of just people who just drink a beer.
But how many people do you know that knows those different? Like, you'd punch that guy in the face if he was. If he was like,
But we don't pretend to know what we're dealing with here. Can anyone at this table can pick out any of those three peaches?
no.
no, I have
we're
no
not gonna
idea.
and
That's
we're
just
not
a
gonna
decent. That's a decent tasting beer. I could tell you that much.
I like this beer a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it a lot too. The can makes me so mad, and I like the can art. I
It's-
hate the description. Take it off.
It's tasty, and I feel
I
like
don't
it's a little
think-
bit dusty too.
I don't think you should take it off because I think it is important to tell people what they're putting into it. But
But are they really putting that in there?
I would
Do they
hope so.
really order the 3 different kind of peaches?
They
from
probably
all
do.
over the world and import them.
we've had beers where they put gummy dicks in it.
yeah.
So you know,
I want to try that.
And it's a 7.5, and Tony, you took the wind out of my sails on that one. So that's
It's the same thing on-
exact
This is
same
a
thing.
great
Yep.
all-day beer. I gave it a 4. I would have given it higher if it wasn't for that description.
here's where I stand. I'm not only going to give my review, but I'm going to start the next segment of the show, and then you guys can give your review.
Okay.
For me, this is a 4.25, and it's already moving up one spot on my table. That's beer of the night.
If
Okay.
if it didn't have that description, I'm right there with you.
Get rid of the description. Just go by what you taste.
It's 4.25. It's a very good one. It's I'll change it on Untapped. It's delicious. It's honestly.
What's your
delicious.
score on this?
Teetering between a 3.75 and a 4, a little bit over the 3.75.
Mm-hmm.
I like that it tastes like that little dankness, a little dusty. That's all I like to call it. Like,
In
'cause
fairness, you
Jason-
do get peach too. I still taste peach in my mouth.
Yeah.
because I know Jason likes the slick, oily flavor profile. I go with dusty.
He dislikes slick oily, but
Oh well.
yeah.
Well, I thought you liked
No.
that.
No, I don't like
I
that.
can't fucking read you. God.
You just listen to him. That helps. That
Okay.
helps.
But dusty. It's a little bit dusty, a little dry.
Turn the
It's
description
okay.
away from me so I can appreciate
Yeah.
this one.
I mean, I had this when I was down there. It's a 3.75 for me. But it is between a 3.75 and a 4. It's a
very
good
good
beer. Yeah, I really like this
Kind
one
of
a
cheat
lot.
on your
yeah.
ring. I'm
I
following
would
your
drink the
coattails a little
shit
bit.
out of this, to be clear. I pick up a peach flavor. I don't know the intricacies of different peaches,
Listen,
but I pick up peach.
before you told me to read that description,
Yeah.
I'm not. This is not me trying to sound pretentious or sound me like. 'Cause I am not a smart beer drinker. But when I drank this, I said, "Man, this tastes like Galaxy," and I get a peach. I get hints of peach.
yeah,
It's a
it
good beer.
it nails it, yeah.
And if you listen to this show, I'm a fan of Galaxy hops,
Yeah.
and I'm a fan of peach flavored things.
And that's why he boosted the score.
We,
Yeah.
we can kind of.
I'm with
Well, I
Anthony
was
there.
gonna
I
say,
love peach.
like, this is the trip, so we can kind of sum this up. But I do have another beer for us to try.
Yeah.
You know, so
So
we can kind of.
we'll rank these beers,
Yeah.
and then we'll end the episode with the last beer.
Yeah,
we
I got
brought.
another one. Yeah.
Before we do that, I have to take a leak quick.
Whoa!
Well, how about you
Well,
review
thanks for
your beer?
sharing that with everyone.
So
I know, he
okay.
just got it.
Well,
He could have got up quietly. There's no video, you
No,
know. Could have
hey,
got
guys.
up quietly,
Hey, guys.
but he wanted to share.
Now
with
that it's my turn, I'm
everyone,
gonna
you know?
I'm suffering from swamp ass. So I'm gonna go give it a quick wipe to make sure I'm okay.
Yeah.
hey,
Thanks,
wait.
man.
I
Appreciate
don't
that.
have that fucking problem.
I think I
Hey,
forgot
hey.
to put deodorant in my left armpit, but not my right.
What's your score, Ben?
I get where I gave 3.75 to.
What's
to
your
4.
what's your beer of the night? Because depending on how long you take
My
your piss.
beer of the night? I would have to definitely say it's gonna be the space trip.
All right,
Space
so that's
trip.
up 2.
So I'll
Even
be
though
right
it's
back.
did you give anything else a 4 tonight?
I only gave the tilt a 3. I think I gave the tilt a 3.75. but it's still that would be my second beer of
Okay.
the night.
Interesting. What's your score on?
It's this. I gave the score. It's a tie between the Space Trip and Tilt. I mean, I know I have to pick one, so man, it's tough because
That's where I'm torn too between those two.
Yep.
I'm gonna say the Space Trip, but man, that's
that-
like
that-
a flip of the coin. Honestly,
that solidifies our beer of the night.
We're unanimous because I didn't give mine yet, but I love it. I like the peach flavor. If anyone's listening, just take off the description or put a tongue-in-cheek thing. But because what the fuck is a candy tangerine? Like a candy tangerine, not only just a tangerine, a candy tangerine.
if it ain't peach like rings, I don't know what it tastes like because I don't eat any fruits or vegetables. So,
Oh, see, I do, and I love
eats
peach,
Domino's
and
all
I
day.
get. I actually,
or Little Caesars.
if
Had
this
it
was
tonight.
see if they made this line with this flavor profile and made a sour, I would drink the fuck out
No,
of it.
keep it an IPA.
No, I'm just saying I love peach stuff so much, and the peach really shines through in this. So I would like a sour of it. But yeah, it's unanimous for me. I really like the peach flavor in
where's
that.
Back Bay out of?
Virginia, I believe these guys are out of Virginia.
Wow, that beer's fantastic.
And
It's
I
good.
like the simplicity of the can with the robot too. I'm a sci-fi geek, so I like it.
Yeah, I like that, like old school, like robot.
I think when it comes
Yeah.
to second place, I think it's unanimous decision is Tilt.
yeah, for me,
For me,
Tilt's
yeah.
second place,
That's-
definitely. Yeah.
And then when it comes to third place of the night, this is where I think we're gonna be.
Well, this one's easy for me.
Yeah, I know what my third is.
What is your third?
The Surf and Buddha.
Surf and Buddha.
Yeah.
Nope. For me, it's the Connor Volume 1.
Connor
You mean
Volume
Well,
One.
yeah, he two. He really liked that one a lot.
Yeah.
2.
I would definitely say the Connor Volume 2 would definitely be the one for me.
I'm
for
actually
third.
between. Now, sorry, I don't mean to reverse my picks, but I'm going to stay with Tilt. But between the Connor, I liked both of those a lot, so they could be interchangeable for me.
So I think the Connor for how high alcohol content is, and that would be a great to fucking have a great time beer. I still think the better tasting and that I think the beer that sticks with you the entire time is the Surfing Buddha. So we would be tied for third place with that, but I'm cool going either way because I thought because it's so high,
It's a very
alcohol
it's a
content-
very fair tie for third.
yeah. Now when it comes to
because that would definitely be my fourth or
Yeah.
honorable
yeah,
mention,
exactly.
yeah.
My Tilt and the 9%. Actually, I'm completely reversing my. I would actually put it because it's the 9%. I would actually put it higher.
when it comes to can art of the night.
Definitely Space Trip. I
Really?
really like that can art because it has a simple robot, but it has like all those patterns, and you look at the can and you're like, "Whoa, look at the fucking patterns! Whoa."
Yeah, I
That's
don't
just
know.
for me.
Looks like the wallpaper kind of in your house. It reminds me
Yeah,
of.
I think
It might be a little bit of a bias, but all right, whatever.
No offense, I'm not picking on the artist. I'm sure you're a great person, but this literally looks like a fucking 6-year-old can do that.
I like
It's
the
supposed to be like a tin
robot.
robot,
I
simple
don't
tin
like
robot.
the surrounding area because that
Listen,
looks like
it's not even fucking close for me.
Yeah.
Volume 3 Hip Hop Anonymous is can art.
And you know what? On the back of that, they actually credit the artist, which is kind of cool too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Adam Stanton. This is a fucking awesome can. Not only am I gonna fucking follow Adam Canton on Instagram,
You're gonna message him and be like, "Yo, we had one of the beers from O'Connor Brewing Company, and I'm gonna tell you what right now, art's awesome."
This is my first look at that can, and I have to agree. I like the robot on Space Trip. I do not like the pattern they chose to surround it with. The yellow almost looks like a horrible wallpaper or a bathroom in a doctor's office that you just got violated in.
listen, there's nothing wrong with that can art. I'm not picking on it, but when it comes to
Yeah, the background is
when
not
it comes
great.
to
The robot's
when
awesome.
it comes to what's happening right here with this guy's art, Adam Stanton for
This is
Hip
comic
Hop
book.
Anonymous is
Yeah,
killing
this is like almost 3D comic book art because if you look at the figure coming out of it, it almost looks like it's coming out of it. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
there?
I
It
know what you
almost looks
mean.
like 3D art.
I'm actually just following the breweries real quick on Instagram. So
If
when
you
we-
look at that main figure, it almost looks 3D. It's crazy. It's
what's
really
that,
good.
Back Bay.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
And
Or
then
you do that
stop
weird
on.
like the eye thing where you
It's
cross
it's
your
an
eye one way and
optical.
another.
It's definitely an optical illusion because it's 2D art, but it looks 3D almost, and I really
Yeah.
like it. It's got so many layers to it.
That's pretty neat, is right.
So what is your can art of the night, Jason?
Yeah, I'm
Volume
on the
3?
same page as you. Yeah, the volume 3.
Yeah, that's
It's got
way
that
easy.
graffiti style.
I do like the robot on Space Trip. On another
Yeah.
night, that might win, but not.
Space Trip's actually number 2 for me.
Yeah,
I would agree. But
I kind of flip flop them.
realistically, I think when it comes to like just clean labels, like where I think it just looks absolutely gorgeous when it comes to simplicity, I really like Star Point's labels as well.
Yeah, Space Trip on another night could easily win, but this one is so much better that it easily wins for me. The O'Connor.
artist on the other Hip Hop Anonymous Volume 2 is John Hickey.
And he's like, "Fuck me, right, guys?"
I
I
think listen,
it's good. It's
Hip Hop
good.
Anonymous Volume 2 is fantastic as well. It's a surfer riding on a disc like he's spinning it. But
And let's be honest, what's super dope about O'Connor? First of all, I liked both of their beers. What's super dope about them is hiring independent artists and giving them credit. That is really awesome.
It's cool that they, like he said, they're giving credit to the artist on the can.
This is not my art form. I am not I drew this really sick picture of death one time, but it was like, that's my only drawing that I ever did that actually looked good. But to hire an independent artist and credit them is a great thing. I wish more breweries would do that. As a different form of art. Like I said, if somebody hired me to put a joke on a can and credited me, that would be massive. So for these independent artists, I'm sure this is huge, and that's really cool that they do that.
real quick news while Jason's grabbing the next beer. Our boys at Pilguru, they make this beer called Skookin' Around, which is made with Gears iced tea.
Yeah.
So they decided
It's the Rattler.
they're gonna do the raspberry version. So it's gonna be the Skookin' Around Rattler version. Once we find out exactly when and where we can get that, we will let you guys know, and we will definitely be reviewing that on the show because I thought the raspberry Gears iced tea was awesome.
That's cool. And there's also some other news then too. Black Rock Brewing Company
This Sunday.
this Sunday is gonna have their a little
Like a
lunch,
food
and they're
truck.
actually gonna do beers. I think.
Are they
as
gonna
well.
Are they gonna show off some of their beers?
I think they're gonna show off some of their beers. I was like, whoa! I posted it on the page.
I'm
I
gonna
was
make
like,
a trip.
whoa.
I'm gonna go.
I'll go with you.
All right.
I have nothing. Oh no, wait, Matt, you're okay.
When's
You're okay. This Sunday.
This Sunday, with my grandfather in hospice this weekend's bad.
Okay. Okay. No,
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
I will definitely be there with my Banging Bears T-shirt. To
Relax. I got them too.
Mid-
I'll wear my tank top.
Please don't do that.
Okay.
Monday, I'm actually spending the night at his house, but after that, I'm free.
That's weird. I'm joking. That's supposed to be a joke, but all right.
He's got an awesome property, and there's multiple bedrooms.
I'm sleeping in his bed with him.
Oh boy.
No. Single cut. Here we are. Jason, what do we got going on here?
This is beer from Single Cut. They're out of New York. I think this is
We've had single cut in the show before.
a double or a triple IPA. Definitely did all IPA. Triple dry hop IPA.
And what's it called?
I'm gonna hate
It's
this
called
shit out of this.
Shoegazer.
Shoegazer.
When I
Okay.
hear double, I wince a
Shoegazer
little
triple
bit.
dry hop IPA with pineapple express terpenes. Am I right on
Shoegazer
that?
Triple XDH IPA with Pineapple Express terpenes. This is a 7.5 for being a triple.
That actually smells really good. I'll give
kinda-
it that.
I have 3 friends check this in. Wow.
All right, I like Jason's description already because I'm really big into the confers and shit, and I really like that. So you better not let me down.
I'm gonna be
You
rough
fuck
on
yeah.
this one.
Here we go.
Okay.
That's a low number for a triple. A 7.9.
Okay. 7.5. Whoa. I like
This
that.
is extremely cold. Okay.
I like that. I love like piney conifer tastes in my beer.
I love this beer. I mean,
I can see why.
It tastes like like I'm drinking a shrubbery bush, and I mean it doesn't taste like, I don't know what it is. It's like it tastes like a Christmas tree, like a shrubbery bush. I don't know how to explain it. I fucking love that taste, man.
Can I let me I don't know if this is my brain playing a trick on me because I'm looking at the can art. But when I drink this, I do get bush, I do get the piney, I do get that West Coast, but I also get the hint, like
This
I
is
get
somebody else's. I'm not.
I
Yeah,
get
digging that.
no, I get like when you get like a pair of brand new shoes and you smell that box,
This is
that smell if it was a taste.
That's phenomenal that you just said that, because I literally was going to say there is a shoe on the can and I taste like a pine covered shoe. Like that's exactly what it tastes like for me.
Like do you know
I am
when it
not into it at all.
like when you get a pair of brand new
I'm not
shoes.
even gonna rate it. Yeah.
There's the pine cones.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, that sediment. Oh, baby.
I like it though.
I fucking love this beer, man.
For me, it's like when you're a kid and
Wow, I really like this too.
you go through and you smell pine needles and you think they smell good, so you try to taste them, and it's awful. That's what this is for me.
Read the description on this, because
Ben.
like the description they have for this is a pretty good one in my opinion.
I'll read
yeah.
it. So, in an era of nearly unlimited couch time, we found our minds exploring the quieter corners of reality. Suddenly, the drone of fuzzy guitars and mumbled angst makes a whole lot of sense. It's time for some shoegazer. Shoegazer Triple Dry Hop IPA with Pineapple Express terpenes, 7.5%. Taste now a new high water mark in aroma in a single IPA: intense candy pineapple, lemon lime soda, sweet creamy mango, a subtle but intense peppery tropical note. Thanks to the beautiful Pineapple Express terpenes, the aroma component of cannabis, with a finish that hints at a kiwi and sticky resin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Very
man.
much so.
I
man.
didn't know I was tasting that until they said it.
To me, like when we taste those IPAs, man, and they have that like like I love that, like I'm biting into like a pine tree. This kind of tastes to me. Oh shit! What was the Woolrich beer that what they did?
That was from Dogfish Head. That was yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. They did it with like conifers and shit.
Yeah, it was called
like
like Tuxedo or something. Something along those lines.
Hang
I can't
on,
remember.
I'll definitely look that one up quick.
It's very similar to that beer. That taste. I drink a lot of IPAs. and
Pennsylvania Tuxedo. I remembered it.
Very close to that kind of taste. It definitely like that shrubbery. It's like it tastes like a shrubbery bush, man. Like if I smell a shrubbery bush, it
It's
tastes
like
like it.
if you were a young girl and you ever tried to deep throat a pine cone just to see if you could, and then you threw up. That's what it tasted like for me.
That's extreme.
But no, seriously though, I really like this flavor profile just solely because
I love it.
I would definitely say Nude 0 Day actually
Nude?
makes a Douglas Fir ale,
I'd
which
love
is
to try that.
but it's very like if you thought this was it's earthy, it's piney, it has everything. They throw a fucking whole Douglas Fir tree into the vat.
That's
how dedicated they are.
That's a
with it.
good point. This is very earthy. It's got that earthy,
this
earthy shrubbery taste to it.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say that's more of like a juicy, dry. I'll go with slightly.
I think it's
slightly
triple
earthy.
dry hopped. This one,
I would say slightly earthy, but this really hits a lot of notes that I really like, and I love to see breweries do more of it.
Yeah.
Just solely because, like, if you like that sticky pine resin, like that's why I loved Heady Topper, because it was like when you drank it out of the can, it was like that resin, and I really like that.
Sure.
This you can pour into a taster glass, and it hits you on a little bit of a different note, but you get the essential tasting notes.
Yeah, I'll be fair. Just because I don't like it at all doesn't mean I don't taste the pine. It's just that is, for my palate, it is an immediate turnoff. But I do taste what you guys are talking about. It's just
Yeah.
that is not.
Oh,
my
definitely.
style. This is like a debate where somebody loves seafood and somebody hates seafood. It's just that you're both tasting the same thing, but one hates it, the other doesn't.
It's like you taste this one, but you're like, I don't care for this, but it's like, oh, but I love it. You should like it. You're just trying to convince them, like, why?
Right. It's
Yeah.
it's like a person that's obsessed with crab legs, but I think like I hate crab. It's like
You got to in a way, you got to get them fresh, like to the point where like they come out of the oven and you can like easily snap them together and all.
I'm not gonna like crab legs. Like, listen, let me try to
I'm just
convince you to
like
like crab legs now.
I basically like manhandle them. Like I like
My dad is the
hyperextend
biggest
elbows
crab
and
leg
shit.
fan
Oh my
ever,
god,
and
I'm
I
a
can't do
nut.
it. The only seafood I like is clams and shrimp. I can't do fish or crabs.
Garlic baked scallops, garlic clam baked scallops or whatever. You'll enjoy the hell out of those. Those are awesome. I had them at Red Lobster the one time for like my 25th birthday because they gave you like a whole like regalia of like fucking seafood, and that was like the scallops were like fucking Kennedy halves, and you had like shrimp scampi and some other stuff then too. I'm like, I'm gonna eat the whole thing, and
Yeah.
I ate the whole thing. I got my $25 worth of freaking seafood.
Yeah, see, I'm a slut for shrimp scampi, but I don't, I don't
yeah.
like fish.
All right. So single cut. What's your score?
I'm gonna give it a 4.5. I'm really digging this beer. It really just hit that niche in me with the fucking pine and everything else. It has everything going for it. I really like it.
Jason.
I love this beer. I mean, this beer is an absolute 100% home run for me. If I could buy a case of it right now, because see, the thing with single cut is the shit pops up and it goes away.
Yeah.
You know, if I could buy a case of this right now, just knowing that I could get more, I would buy a case. If I could buy a sixtel of this, I would jump on it in a fucking heartbeat. This is a 5 for me. I mean, this is one of probably the best beers I've ever had. I mean, I just love that shrubbery, like, I love that.
Pine,
It's
that pine
so
conifer.
Would
yeah.
would it be inappropriate to say you love licking bush?
I love it. Yeah. I mean, you know, like I've had a lot of good IPAs, but this is very unique in its taste. It's got that
Tastes like Christmas.
It's fucking banging, man. I mean, this is a great fucking beer. For me personally, this is my shit right here.
Put it this way,
Yeah.
I would ask if you ever found this in cases. I'd be like, "Can you give me some?"
Yeah, like,
this is right up my alley.
If it
I
pops
really
up
like it, too.
again, I split a case with it.
Oh my god!
It came and it went. That's the thing with single cut. It's here and it's gone. You know, they
Yeah.
do so many beers, and it just comes and it goes. Will it come back? I don't know.
Single cut
you
is
know?
kind of like New Trail, where they don't really stick with that one or like they have like maybe one or two flagships, but they always push out all new stuff all the time.
Always different all the time. But I would seriously say, like, from all the single cuts that I've ever had, that's definitely in the park for me. Like, I would definitely.
I
get it again,
appreciate the
yes.
style, but it's not a style I would have more of. So I think as a taster, I think
Makes
what
sense.
this is, I think I would give this a 4. But if this was supposed to be something I would drink all day long, I would struggle with it a can or two in.
If it was really hot in August, I would definitely drink.
I
a
would-
whole can of that.
I'll be completely fair. I'm not going to rate it because it would be like me rating lobster. I don't like lobster. As soon as we read the description, I knew I was not going to like it. It just
Okay.
wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
Hey, fair enough.
Like I said, it's not my. I'm not the when it comes to the West Coast and eating a tree. I definitely. It's not my favorite, but I do appreciate the style of it.
yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, I'll say the positives for it, which is exactly I can taste the pine flavor. It's
would
just
say-
like it's not me.
dude, I like this beer so much I want to lick that fucking label. I like it that much. I mean, I love this.
We're gonna
beer.
find
bootlicker.
we're literally
Love it,
we're
yeah.
gonna find Jason outside in 20 minutes chewing on the grass just to be like, I need the earth.
This can's gonna turn into a fleshlight.
Yeah. I don't know how to follow that verbal orgasm that just
No,
happened.
and
but-
you
And
know-
we're going to take our banging beers thing to a whole new level, and the legitimate thing that people really think of when we bang beers.
I'll be honest, like I
has
bought
happened.
like a 4-pack of this, and I went back and I was able to get another 4-pack, and that's my last one, and I brought it here, and I was
Wow.
like, as I put it in the bag, I'm like, it's like, you could drink me all yourself. Why
Yeah.
share it with all the rest of the guys?
I feel bad.
Here, half and half.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
No,
at least
fuck.
Ben appreciates it.
I do. I like a good
Nah,
beer.
dude, take it all, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've
No,
had plenty.
no.
Just drink it,
Jason's
dude.
like, I'm gonna fuck the can anyway. So you might as well drink it.
I had my share, man.
You might as well drink the content so I can
real
fuck
quick,
the can.
real quick, just to give people an idea what we're looking at here. The can
cool.
art is two
Wow.
Converse shoes, but it looked like so when like you're
They're all
sitting,
doodled up.
yeah, when you're sitting in class, it's just like someone doodles on their shoes. Or what's popular now is like the custom Converses. That's what the can art is. It's a great can art.
Well,
I
actually,
still don't think, for me anyway, maybe with used to it would win beer of the night, and maybe we'd have a tie when it comes to.
Yeah. That would definitely easily be beer of the night for me.
We would be sitting at a tie then.
yeah, I could space trip easily.
Yeah, I would still stick with Space.
I'd probably bump everything down
actually-
like first, second, and then...
Let me say one good thing
Third.
about this beer. I appreciate the hairless cat with the third eye. I think that's a funny addition.
Yeah.
It's not just a cat on the cover. It's very clearly a Sphinx cat with a third eye. I think that's funny. I don't particularly like the other shoe, but that I will say that is a positive for it.
Oh, definitely. So we're wrapping it up, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
I just want to
Whoa.
pull something up real quick. Hold
Okay.
on.
Do you want me to go in the fridge?
We are really good time, making great time.
We are making
we have
great
those
time.
two collabs if you want to.
No,
do them.
we're an hour and 30 in. I mean, we're not making that great a time. I just want to maybe talk about some beer news real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Update. By our count, there's over 80 breweries offering either local or statewide brewing throughout Pennsylvania. Here's a full list of the map below. So I'm going to pull this up real quick. Maybe just to
Sure.
kind of float some things in Ben's head if he's willing to fucking buy beer for the show.
As I've had for the past, like, 67
and I'm willing
episodes.
to help you. I'm just saying.
Okay.
We have Second Story Brewing Company out of Philadelphia.
Okay.
Animated Brewing Company out of Coatesville.
Okay.
Artifact Brewing at a Hatboro. Attic
That's
Brewing
right
out of
over
Philadelphia.
Mhm.
Bald Birds. Beaver Brewing Company. It's just really
Wow,
weird that we went
shit.
from Bald Birds to Beavers.
Beaver.
Boneshire Brewing Company. Brewdog.
Yeah, Brewdog.
Brother Kreischner. Butler Brew Works.
Okay.
I mean, there's 80. I'm not going to sit here and read every single one off, but
Just pick and choose.
real quick, Evergreen will ship to your house.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yes. Evil Genius will ship to your house.
I'm kind of pissed at the fact that I didn't get that Mothman.
4
Now they
points.
do that now.
4 points will ship to your house.
Never heard of 4 points.
4 points out of Gettysburg,
Oh. Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
Or that's a 4 score. Sorry.
4 score, yeah.
Sorry,
I'm like, what? I thought it was
Well,
another
guess
one.
what? 4 scores on the list as well.
They ship too?
They will ship to you.
Whoa.
That's a game changer.
Oh,
a
God.
4 score episode would be unbelievable. Every single 4 score we had at this table
An
has been
hour and
unbelievable.
45 minutes. It's an okay. It's actually a decent drive. I did it the one night.
Gettysburg is a great place to go to, just as a location.
Yes. Free Will will
Free
ship.
will. Okay, that's like
I'm just
Bookazy.
going to kind of say some big ones that I know. Right here on our table, Hidden Stories.
Whoa.
I honestly, they invited us here. That would be one to think about getting.
Yeah.
They
I wouldn't doubt that. Hey.
Not only do they like almost every single post we do, but they like every single post we do on all 5 channels of our podcast.
That's pretty neat. I really like that.
So if they're willing to deliver, we should look into that. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. And I would help go halves on that with you.
That's fine. Yeah.
I've never heard of this, but I like the name Human Robot, Invisible Man,
Human Robot is definitely one to get.
Jackass Brewing Company, La Cabra Brewing Company.
That's near Westchester.
Levante.
Mm-hmm.
Log. We already had Log Brewing Company. Now here's the only thing that kind of worries me with this. I mean, I do like the fact
Do you
that
mean
we
log yard when you say log?
what did I say?
You said log only.
Log Yard. Brewing,
Okay,
yeah.
just log yard. Okay.
Pizza Boy will deliver to you.
Whoa. That's a...
Rotunda is on the list.
Whoa.
80 breweries in Pennsylvania, and now I know there's 560 some in Pennsylvania, and 80 of them are willing to deliver to you.
Wow.
So if you head over, I'm actually going to tag this link and I'll post it in our social media.
That's awesome.
But Breweries of Pennsylvania has you covered on every single brewery that will ship to you. So I mean, we just named out a few here: Voodoo Brewing Company, Tired. We personally have done Tired Hands, and they ship fucking quick. Like
I would say it's fairly decent.
what do you mean? You ordered it on when? What day did you order it?
Monday, and I get it by like the end of the week. Like
That's
Friday.
what's going on in our world right now. That's fucking fast. Ben, I ordered a
Okay.
T-shirt. And I didn't get it for a month and a half.
Okay, Tony, I ordered a lot of beer through the mail, and believe me, I'm just
During
saying,
a pandemic,
yeah,
and it was here within a week.
within a week. Sometimes I have to wait a little while
I'm
for
impressed.
Saturday and Sunday. So
Tattered flag.
I don't mean to bust balls, but that's nothing to me. Sorry.
Yards is on the list. Weyerbacher's on the list.
Weyerbacher, okay.
Vault, Voodoo.
Vault has a sweet potato ale that they make. Supposedly it's banging. So
I'm just saying. So a lot of these breweries that we've had on this show will ship beers to your house,
and that's awesome.
which is really, really cool. And honestly, that just opens up another window of ways that you can get beer to you.
I wonder if it'll stay that way after this is over.
If you don't, I feel like you're making a mistake.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you cannot go wrong. Like as long as you're like on social media, like Instagram or like Facebook or
Realistically,
anything like that, you
March-
can be on top of everything.
March
as long as you get
17th is when Pizza
notifications.
Boy was able to deliver to you.
That's wild.
Did not know that. So here's another reason why you need to follow breweries in Pennsylvania.
because they do this shit.
I know we really cover Untapped and we use Untapped, but like breweries in Pennsylvania is one of the craziest when it comes to just beer news, right?
Yeah.
So I've done interviews with 2 different companies in the area. Breweries in Pennsylvania will get you all the current news you need in when it comes to Pennsylvania breweries that
and
you
that's a
can
very
cover.
good thing.
They're fantastic at what
no,
they do.
it's an excellent thing.
Yes, and then there's PA Brew Review that can give you up-to-date GPS locations of every brewery in Pennsylvania, how to get there, pinpoint you, tell you what's on their menu, and exactly what time they open and close, and what's
Yeah.
going on during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Listen, they are 2 companies that I think are absolute fucking meccas and such useful information tools when it comes to being a
They
PU.
really are.
Yeah, and for them to, this is just me speaking personally. If those 2 were to join forces or work together, in my opinion,
They're like the mega powers.
they are literally the Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, or the Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior
Yeah.
of the fucking PA brewery scene. One does news, and one just kind of gets you where you need to go, and kind of tells you before you show up what's on their
I'm
menu.
gonna do you one better, and then Bangin' Beer sneaks in there, and they do.
No,
their
we're not
our
talking
thing.
about. We're not talking about us. It has nothing to do with us.
No,
now.
but I'm just saying though.
If we could become the level of podcast of what they are as beer reviews,
yeah.
I would 100% be honored that we do that. But
Well, you said Ultimate Warrior. I think we're like an.
But here's the
Ultimate
deal.
Warrior type of podcast.
we're kind of like the Intercontinental Champion because we kind of top outside of Pennsylvania.
yeah.
And we haven't when it comes to a ratio, and just being honest, if it
No,
comes to
it's
a
fair.
ratio of what we've done on this show,
Yeah.
we've covered more outside of Pennsylvania than we have
Right.
inside, and I
Right.
think that should change.
It changes, but we should not deviate from our formula too much.
But we will.
But we'll
almost
still continue
this
to do
this
PA
this
breweries.
episode was a different experience because
Yeah.
Jason went on vacation. He
Yeah.
brought beers back for us.
I have nothing wrong.
But
with
there's
that.
times where we will order out of state before we order in state.
No, I get it.
And I think if we're going to really hit that market and really have because here's the deal, and this is not a knock to other half. This is not a knock to Hudson Valley. This is not a knock to Single Cut.
To any breweries that we've had in the past.
Tons and tons and tons and tons of their beers on our shows,
Yes.
and they didn't give a shit.
Right.
I'm just putting it out there.
No, I get it. I get it.
And we've had tons and tons and tons of local breweries who invited us to come and dry their beers.
Yeah.
And we're quick to go give them business before
Yeah.
I think
I
that
get
needs to
it.
change.
All right. No, I mean,
Do you guys agree or disagree?
No, I agree, especially because we are a PA thing. If we want to
I don't want to say we're strictly PA
Exactly,
because it
because
is nice because if we can go to the keg stand or we can go to the craft house and say this is a beer outside of Pennsylvania, this is a fucking
Yeah.
knockout, we should be able to give business to distribution because where
Yeah.
we are in Pennsylvania,
I agree.
we are in a dead zone where you know what I mean. 80 breweries to ship beer to our doorstep is a fucking amazing thing for us. It really is. So I don't want to deviate and just say we're only a Pennsylvania beer podcast because at the end of the day we are a beer podcast.
Yeah, no, where I was going with that is right now the central market that we cater to is Pennsylvania. We have all our listeners are Pennsylvania.
Yes.
You're saying that Pennsylvania breweries support us the most. Right now we are a Pennsylvania-based podcast, but if we want to branch out more and appeal to a wider branch, we have to branch out and do the other states, but there's nothing wrong with starting local and featuring the locals, and then even we can start with the locals, and a lot of the PA beers we've had have been phenomenal. They kick ass.
And they have been,
a lot of the out of state stuff.
I mean, Jason said to start the episode, he says he enjoys these beers, but we really take for granted what we have in our own state.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. We, when I can tell you as somebody that travels, there's two things the Northeast does significantly better than a lot of the parts of the country, and that's beer and pizza. We take for granted how good our pizza is and how good our beer is. Like that is two things we definitely, as somebody that's a big traveler, take advantage of.
And honestly, keep in mind too, like the way when we start this show, first off, like I really wanted to bring quality beer to you guys, and I'm like, well, one thing, I do bring a lot to the table, but at the same time though, I always think of like, oh, this is gonna be good shit for whoever. If I get a dud or 2 duds or like 5 duds when we had our one episode, I'm like, hey, I'm one to take the hit when it comes to that. And I don't mind that, because what if I drink that beer and it's like all of a sudden, what happened to this? And you're thinking, this can't be right. And then 5 other people roll in and they're like, shit, this is bad, Ben. I'm like, yeah, we're going to stay away from that. But I mean,
Ben,
still though.
I have a question for you. What do you want to plug?
What do I want to plug? Well, I got some Levante. We're gonna do a Levante episode.
Well, I can tell you already what's going to happen next week.
What?
All right, so next week we're going to do the 4 Abomination beers that are sitting in the fridge.
Okay.
We have 2 Abomination and 2 Abomination collabs.
Okay.
And then we're also going to throw in 3 more beers, which from a brewery I don't know, but
which
all
is
I
Magnify.
know, is that what they are?
Magnify, the NBA Jam Tournament Edition
NBA
ones.
Tournament Edition beer. That's our next week's episode.
Okay, so you gave me a little bit of footing there. All right, good, because I was going to mention those 3.
Yes.
But there's 2 other beers on top of that then too, which is called Velvet Rope and also Peaked, which has a slick, oily taste. So that you might actually like that, Jason. I know you hate it, but
why do you think I got to this?
Well, tough shit. You're liking it. You might like it. You may or may not like it.
So those other 2 breweries are from the same brewery that the NBA Jam beers are from.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. So
I kind of figured we were
that?
separating those all together.
Where are they from?
Magnify is from New Jersey.
Once
I don't
again,
know specifically.
outside of Pennsylvania. We're just fucking burying it. But anyway.
But anyhow,
NBA Jam beers are. We like. Listen, here's one thing we do like as well.
We love gimmicky beers.
We love gimmicky shit. We went to 3 different breweries in the area that had NBA Jam, and Ben watched me scream at the top of my lungs, "He's on fire!" And Ben seen NBA Jam beers and said, "My buddy would like that," and he was right. So he bought me them. I'm actually sitting on the 3 cans that you gave me personally.
Cool. Did you have them
for when my brother came home? But the only problem is they may get drank earlier because unfortunately my brother's leave has been denied.
Oh shit.
Because if he leaves the base, then he becomes a risk and then he has to go on quarantine. So I was really excited to see my brother next month is not now going to happen.
Okay.
We're still going to go up to upstate New York and visit my dad into the Cortland area and still try to go see some breweries and wineries, which I will try to cover and talk about. And just,
definitely.
It won't be an episode. I may still bring my soundboard and record an episode with my dad.
You should just do it in posts. If you really wanted to go that route.
Well, I may bring the on the go system and record something with my dad.
Yeah, fucking practice with that. Why not?
But so we still have an episode. What I may also do is like say the week before I leave, we'll record an episode Friday night and maybe do another one Saturday just to kind of have one in the bank. Yeah. But then still record one to put in the middle of the week of me and my dad out.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. But
yeah, so we have those next week. So it's gonna be Magnify Brewing Company aside with Abomination.
Yes, and the cool thing about the one Magnify, he's on fire. It's a triple dry hop triple.
I'm probably gonna drink those tonight. I'm gonna be honest.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Magnify is a decent brewery, and I was kind of like wanting to add in like a bottle because I got 2 bottles for your dad if you wanted to jump in on that.
He should be here next week.
Okay, so I'll just make sure. Hey, bring the stout bottle. I got 2 bottles of that.
Of the same brewery?
From the same brewery, yeah.
All right. If you have bottles,
stout.
bring them. Yeah.
It's their their 5th anniversary.
Next week we should have my dad and Andrew back. Not saying that Matt, if Matt really wants to join, I have a 6 microphone. We can squeeze him in.
Yeah, man.
But the way this works, this is not a knock. I just want to be out front and talk about it publicly. When it comes to this show, the way we kind of have it set up is the main guys on the show is
You have
myself,
a dynamic.
myself and Ben are guaranteed seats. Jason is a guaranteed seat. Andrew Hare is a guaranteed seat. If my dad's home from New York, he's got the other seat.
Yes.
If Andrew, Jason, my dad can't make it, we open it up to Matt, now Kyle, Spive, Keith Collins, and now Kyle, who joined the alliance.
Yes.
So we have like 5 other guys that we can rotate through.
No, it's fair enough.
So like we try to make it familiarity. Am I saying that right? But we
Familiarity.
But
Yeah,
I
you
just
got
want
it
to get that
right.
out there so people are like, well, why am I always getting the? You know what I mean? I just put it out
Why do I
there.
get the shaft?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. No, there's a dynamic.
And
obviously,
also, sorry, what's his name? That was here from the Beer Shack.
Nick,
And then Brett from the Cake Stand, who
Yeah.
we're always welcome to. If we do a Cake Stand episode or a Beer Shack episode, they take Trump.
Yeah.
My dad will easily take us, and that's when we add the 6 microphone in, and we do it that way.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. Usually the
Nothing
6
wrong with that.
microphones for a guest or for someone who's part of our team who really, really wants to be there for that episode. That's what the 6 mic kicks in. But yeah.
And I might want to be there because of the the picture of Allen Iverson stepping over Tyronn Lue is so iconic as a Lakers fan. But
Well, that's not one of our beers.
okay, well then I won't be
Yeah.
here.
These are the I wish I can get that beer. The one with the Allen Iverson stepping over him.
I'm not even gonna kid you when I say this. That beer actually sold out pre-sale. It was like maybe
It's
under
such
an
an
hour.
it's literally an iconic
Yeah.
moment.
And
if
I was
you're
like,
in
no
it-
way.
These beers look like the NBA Jam cans, but it just says he's on fire, and
like
then it has
the
a static
the font. Yeah. It has
yeah,
all
then
that,
I'll
yeah.
definitely wait for the episode after the hitman I hired off to the dark web kills some of the 2 guaranteed seats, so then I move in there.
TV. Look out,
Oh
Jason.
God.
Look out, Jason. He's coming for you.
Oh God. I hope it not me.
Yeah. Ben could be fine. Yeah.
What? No. Well, maybe at this point in time, but whatever.
You might not even need a hard. Hey, man.
It's Game of Thrones around here.
Jason, what do you got?
I mean, I just want to reiterate, it was cool to go to North Carolina and experience the beers that they had there, mostly from North Carolina and
Did you take
Virginia.
your shirt off and spin it around your head like a helicopter?
I'm pretty sure that you did. You look like a goof that would do that.
If you didn't go to North Carolina and didn't do that, I feel like you wasted your trip.
I'm just going to say yes then.
Okay, cool.
You didn't. You didn't.
Did you get sunburn on your nipples?
But as I said, I mean, you should support local craft beer, support the beer in PA because there is a lot of good beer in PA. And I mean, in all honesty, no offense to North Carolina, no offense to Virginia.
You ain't fucking with PA, baby.
Maybe it's just me living in PA, but dude, we're crushing it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, hazy IPAs in North Carolina, Virginia, they don't have fucking shit on PA. I'm telling you right now. I mean, nothing. We're killing it here. PA is awesome. It's on. We've got it, and there's plenty of it.
Yeah.
And these beers are good, and it's a nice change of pace, and it's cool to bring them back and try them. And they're good beers. They really are. But man, PA represent because we got it going on.
Another cool thing that I got feedback from as well is I've had not only the Cake Stand, but a bunch of different bars that we have went to where people have walked in and said, I want the beers that were on Banging Beers, or they come in and get the beers and they sell out the ones that we've talked about. So if you are that person, fucking thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, I really, you know what, like, I kind of take it for granted a little bit then too, but at the same time, like, it really, like, kind of warms my heart a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, not many people are going to drive 2 hours to New York, but if we can plug a local place that they can order online, I think we should look into doing that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Matt, what do you got?
Just not getting too sad, but one of the movements I'm definitely into charity is fuck cancer. It's I for some reason I got emotional when I even said the word, but just
right, man.
fuck cancer, donate to any cancer charities. It's not a cool disease.
Yeah, I've watched too many people go down that road, and it's not fun.
Fucking Rocky. Hey, we're here for you, man.
Well, listen, man. Cheers. Put your glasses up. Cheers to everyone else. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Bangin' Beers Podcast. We'll see you next week. Here's some Ultraviolet.